morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
In the day of trouble, when the storm is near, and your heart is filled with doubt and fear, there is a name you can call upon, a faithful God who won't leave you alone. When the burden feels too hard to bear, and it seems like no one really cares, lift your voice, heaven hears your cry. Help is on the way, don't you deny. From his holy place he will respond. You are never ever on your own. May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of God be your strong tower. May he send you help from his sanctuary and give you strength in your weakest hour. When you call, he will hear you. He will never let you fall. May the Lord answer you. May the Lord answer when you call. When the battle rises up like a flood, and you're standing trusting in his blood, he will be your shield and your defense. You'll find peace in his presence. Every prayer you've prayed in the night, every tear you've cried in the fight, he has seen and he won't forget. Your breakthrough is coming yet. From his holy place he will respond. You are covered, you are standing strong. May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of God be your strong tower. May he send you help from his sanctuary and give you strength in your weakest hour. When you call, he will hear you. He will never let you fall. May the Lord answer you. May the Lord answer when you call. The name of the Lord is a refuge. The righteous run in and are saved. No matter the trial before you, his power is greater than the grave. Call his name.
Call his name.
He will answer
He will answer
in your weakness.
in your weakness.
There is power.
There is power.
May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. Lift you high above every struggle. May he send you help from his sanctuary and restore your hope and make you whole. When you call, he will hear you. He will never let you fall. May the Lord answer you. Yes, the Lord will answer when you call. Yeah. He will answer in your day of trouble. Just call his name.
So his name is Leslie Monza, and they're singing from Psalm 20. May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob defend you. May he send you help from the sanctuary and strengthen you out of Zion. May he remember all your offerings and accept your burnt sacrifice. May he grant you according to your heart's desires and fulfill all your purpose. We will rejoice in your salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill your petitions, all of them. Now I know that the Lord saves his anointed. He will answer from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. And the favorite part is that some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They have bowed down and fallen, but we have risen and stand upright. Save, Lord. May the King answer us when we call. What a prayer. This is to the chief musician, a son of David, a psalm of David. Welcoming you with the words of a beautiful song to the City Breakfast Show. Today being Tuesday, the 21st of April.
You in the day of trouble, may the name of God be your strong tower. May He send you help from His sanctuary and give you strength in your weakest hour. When you call, He will hear you. He will never let you fall. May the Lord answer you. May the Lord answer when you call.
It's live and interactive business sense brought to you by APSA.
Refuge, the right.
If the unexpected were to happen today, would you feel prepared? Would you be able to stay afloat while you find the opportunity? This year, APSA wants you to feel more confident about your future. That's why the APSA Ultimate Account was created to be the cushion you can count on. With an APSA Ultimate Account, you get 3 times your monthly salary, up to 20,000 cedis in the event of retrenchment, to help you stay afloat. Move with the confidence this year. Open an APSA Ultimate Account today. Your story matters, APSA.
Voice, heaven hears your cry. Help is on the way, don't you deny. From His holy place He will respond. You are never ever on your own.
And we start off with the newspaper review segment with Zonda Tech. Ghana is building, Ghana is moving, Ghana deserves the best. And now with world-class vehicle assembly plants here in Ghana, you get your one-stop automobile shop with Sinotrack,
When you call,
Great Wall Motors, Cherry, Forland,
you fall.
Shantui, and the Sunny Group. Zonda Tech delivers excellent quality.
When you
Our vehicles are built to international standards. We support Ghanaian jobs and drive Ghana's industrial future.
flood,
Whether you're expanding your fleet, building infrastructure, or growing your agribusiness, choose quality, choose Zonda.
shield in your defense, you'll find peace in His presence. Every prayer you've prayed in the night, every tear you've cried in the fight, He has seen and He won't forget. Your breakthrough is coming yet. From His holy place He will respond.
And by the way, this is the first time I'm hearing of this Leslie Monza. I don't know whether that is the nickname of somebody or it's a real name.
May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of God.
It's a gospel in the reggae style. And I think that's one of the best prayers you can pray for yourself in Psalm 20. Psalm 20.
When you call,
And sometimes try and read different versions of it. You know, it's very, very, very powerful.
you fall.
It's one of the best prayers you can pray for a person. May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. There are many days, but there's also the day of trouble. I tell you.
Just run in.
And it says, may the name of the God of Jacob defend you. That's the best defense. It's not money.
Power is greater than the grave.
And he says, may he send you help from the sanctuary and also strengthen you out of Zion.
Heaven
May he remember all your offerings. So remember the poor.
don't you deny.
Yeah, they call it zakat. Remember the poor so that God will also remember you. So that he will grant you according to your heart's desires and fulfill all your purpose.
May
What a
the
beautiful song.
answer you in the day of
All right, the segment is also brought to you by Fidelity Bank with simply saying switch and smile. We're giving you 3 reasons. Our interest rates are lower, we give you higher loan amounts, and your financial support is also personalized. Go to call 0800 003305. It's a toll-free number. Or go to fidelitybank.com.gh to connect with us. You know, sometimes people say I talk too quickly on the program.
We're on a timer.
You know, but it's true. It's good. Sometimes I have to slow down because my mouth is moving faster than my brain. You know, and so I welcome Godfred Akotoboafo. Good morning, Godfred.
Good morning, Bernard.
This is day 2 of high good energy.
Oh yes, Akon, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Man, good day.
Richard.
No, this week is looking good. It's good because you know yesterday you were upbeat and I thought it
Yeah.
was a weekend aberration, but it continues.
Oh yes, I think
Really?
I must give off the spirit of happiness and exuberance to the country. We need it, and
I
it is
see.
people like you and I who give it.
Oh no, it's
and
good.
And it trickles
No,
down
no,
to
no.
others as well.
Sometimes I look out for what you guys are doing.
We should just be happy for the country.
No, we are not yet there, but we are on our way.
Yes.
So I think we just have to keep working.
But Aloski, when are you interviewing me
On which of the issues now?
on how I made it?
Where?
So you don't think I've made it?
No, you are making it.
Ooh, I think I've made it.
Why? Have you seen some interview that requires?
No, I mean these days I'm seeing a lot of how I made it interviews, Charlie. And
So you want to have one?
people have stories. I can't give you a story, Aloski. How I made it.
Are the stories is also incredulous? Like they don't. I don't know. Look.
Yeah, yesterday I saw one. You know, Charlie, Watompa to G-Wagon.
So from rags to riches.
Yeah,
Started
so,
with
you
10 CDs.
When I started selling football hose
Yeah.
and then boots.
Yeah.
I must tell you my story, man.
I know. Look, the thing is,
We made it. You know my concern?
why?
I think that there are a lot of really great success stories that we can learn from. But the people should tell us the stories well.
You want the real story.
The real
Tell us the
stories.
stories. You see,
You don't want to be told that you started a business with 10 CDs.
10 CDs.
no. If you started with 10 cities, fine. But you see, the thing is, most of the people we know them.
Well,
We know them.
I think it depends on which part of the story you are willing to hear, because maybe they are summarizing it. So when I started,
No,
nobody
when you
was-
sit down for an hour and 30 minutes, what are you summarizing? Interview me, Aloski. I'll tell you how I made it.
Okay, let's
And also quite interesting, you know, Carlos Quiroz is in on Thursday.
Yeah.
So he's having a press conference.
Yes. And two things. I was very happy to get feedback on our conversation on socialization of Ghanaian players and others.
Yes, that was very good.
It was really interesting. I've had a lot of people walk up to me and say they never really thought about it like that. Or
I
they
even
have
read something
experiences.
on Gerald Asamoah, who said the first time he came to play for Ghana, he was with Otto Addo. He didn't have a house in Ghana, and it was a very difficult time. And he had to go back to his hotel room.
Yeah.
He felt very lonely, and that's why he played for Germany.
Yeah, and you know, this week there's a training interview from Semenyo, who spoke about
The difficulty and
the
the pressure of-
Ghana feeling
Yeah, playing for
in
Ghana.
his house.
Yeah,
You
yeah, and of
know,
course, because he,
When they kick things
as you
down.
said, his parents made a conscious effort.
to let him feel
Yes.
the Ghanaianness.
Yes.
So we need to do more of those. Anyway, Bernard,
So where are you starting from?
from the Daily Graphic, where we haven't seen this for water. This is what I was saying yesterday. We must see something like this for water.
What are they doing for power?
Government boosts power supply capacity. 2,500 transformers being installed nationwide.
Because Doomsaw can collapse the government.
But water cannot collapse a government.
Not yet. We haven't seen it before. Doomsaw has brought the government down.
Yeah.
So they will invest in it until the political cost of inefficiency is high.
In the water
Politicians
chain.
will not act. So this electricity thing is good.
Okay. So they say the president is inspecting the transformers in Tamale. Asante Hene honors President Mahama, two former presidents, with gold medal.
All right.
VVU, that's Valley View University, proposes tuition support for private tertiary students.
Sammy, you have the Ghanaian Times.
Yes,
What's
the
in there?
Ghanaian Times, from power to road, government invests 50 billion Ghana cedis in road sector in 16 months. President Mahama.
How much?
50 billion Ghana cedis in 16 months. Yes.
Wow, 50
Yes.
billion.
Yes, 50 billion Ghana cedis in the
Yeah.
road sector.
We'll have to follow
That
up
is-
on the
we'll
roads.
follow up on that, according to President Mahama. And then court sets aside judicial council dismissal of judge. Story on page 3 of the Ghanaian Times. And fire outbreaks decline, but damage caused, road crash casualties surge. Coming in from the Ghana National Fire Service. And then we will complete all inherited projects. Ahmed Ibrahim speaking
right.
there.
Front page of the Daily Guide this morning, Bernard. Intimidation can't break MPP. Baumia to government. Nigerian grabbed for operating brothel. There's a photo of the Nigerian on the front page of the paper. Wontumi gets another chance to file witness statements. And CSOs criticized over natural resources destruction silence.
The Chronicle newspaper this morning, Nzema youth kick against illegal mining by foreign nationals on Adamu's concession. And then AG asked court to convict Chairman Wontumi. They have a photo of Justice Remsai, Deputy AG here. And then government rolls out Operation Keep the Light On to stabilize power supply.
Let me put together two newspapers for you quickly, Bernard. The Daily Post and the Daybreak. The front page of the Daily Post says government investing nearly 50 billion cedis in roads, is coming from the president. Now the Daybreak's front page, national security operatives ran amok, beat ex-cop to pulp. And then CEMSE petitions Ioko over fuel diversion, data manipulation.
The Ghanaian publisher, government raises chiefs' pay by 300%. Story on page 2 of the Ghanaian publisher. Demo rocks Adamu's mining. Lands minister urged to act. And then court allows Wuntumi to file witness statement. That is also on the front page. And then Baumia to Mahama, stop harassing critics.
And the BNFT, you've done
Finally,
it
from me, Ben, at the front page of the BNFT, BOG targets diaspora billions for bonds, SMEs, and infrastructure. CSOs call for reforms to strengthen MIF. Also makes it to the front page of the paper. This one also, Ghana faces lose-lose situation as IMO and EU rules take center stage. And I'll give you details of this one later on, Bernard.
Okay, let me go to the Economic Times. Investors diversifying away from T-bills. And then IMF signals optimism for Ghana amid lingering financial headwinds.
And then let's go online. Teachers to receive salary arrears as Finance Ministry approves payment. There's another one on educational sector where GetFund has released close to 200 million cedis to clear free SHS and TVET perishable arrears. So those are on the education side. Power is transient. Stay out of chieftaincy matters. Otunfo to politicians. Otunfo has been busy. He's also destooled Chiami Kofi Nti. Over 100 communities in Volta region at risk from tidal waves, according to the MP for Angolo. And then a couple of stories from the interview with the AG's deputy. He says they will await Supreme Court ruling before taking over OSP cases. This is the Supreme Court matter. And then he also says Ghana should study other jurisdictions to resolve the OSP AG friction. Another headlines, parliamentary account officer cited in 139,000 CD payroll irregularity. If you go to Channel 1 News Online, Ghana operates a royalty tax regime, not a royalty-only model. This is according to Ken Ashigbe. And then, as you read, retired police officer assaulted by national security operatives. This is Channel 1 News. OSP cases, AG backtracks on takeover order awaits Supreme Court ruling. Meanwhile, MPP to stage Yen Suro Ehunehunu demo over arrest of party members or party officials. And then Wontumi given another deadline to file defense, as you read for us. Let me give you two more. The High Street Journal is asking a question. Priced out of paradise, are Ghana's hotel rates undermining its tourism ambitions?
Yes. Yes.
You won't even wait for the answer.
Yes.
And then a few more stories. Data has now evolved into an economic tool, not just internet access for social connection. It's an article under their business and economy rubric. International stories. Iran says no talks under shadow of threat. Trump says blockade to remain. And then Japan has lifted a ban on lethal weapon exports in a major shift of its pacifist policy. It looks like people are preparing for war, but we'll see how that goes. Let's talk about this investment into the power sector,
Okay, Bernard.
and also the road sector. So the front page of the graphic.
All right, Bernard. There's a lot happening in the power sector and also education.
Yes, I have the
today.
education ones, but start with the power sector.
All right, then. So 2,500 transformers. The government has commenced the installation of 2,500 high-capacity transformers across the country to improve electricity supply and address persistent localized outages. The initiative seeks to strengthen power distribution infrastructure, stabilize supply, and meet the rising electricity demand. The president announced this when he inspected some of the transformers at the yard of the Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NEDCO, in Tamale last Sunday as part of his Resetting Ghana tour of the Northern region. The Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Dr. John Abdullah Jinapor, said about 500 transformers will be allocated to the NEDCO operational area, exceeding the initial request of 400. He said 30 transformers will be installed in Tamale within the week, while 2 will be deployed to Boli. Mr. Tinapo added that similar interventions were ongoing in Accra, where primary distribution transformers were being installed, with the next phase to be extended to Kumasi in May.
Are we giving any timelines as to when the power situation will stabilize?
No.
Following this?
No.
But this is 2,500 transformers.
Yes.
That's a lot.
A lot, yes. Being spread around the north, Accra and Kumasi.
And this was the president speaking or the minister?
This is the minister and the president.
All right, so it's a story we got from yesterday. Graphic has decided to highlight it today. Now, there's also another investment story.
Yes, another investment story. The Ghanaian Times, page 12. Government invest 50 billion Ghana cedis in road sector in 16 months.
Wow.
A story by Yahaya Nuhu Nada in Tamale. Now, the government has invested more than 50 billion Ghana cedis from its own resources into the road sector over the past 16 months, with projects under the Big Push initiative and other legacy programs receiving significant attention. Now, the president disclosed this in Tamale last Sunday during a stakeholders forum held as part of his Resetting Ghana tour. The president explained that the key road projects currently under construction include the Tripone Bumprugu Road, the Bintiri Road, as well as the Saboba Tripone and Yendi Saboba roads.
Okay.
President Mahama described the ongoing works as the first phase of a broader infrastructure drive, noting that additional critical roads were being reviewed for inclusion in subsequent phases.
So look at the numbers. For the power sector, the total amount is 3.46 billion cedis. And apparently, it's not just for the transformers. So the first phase is the 278 million to stabilize power, improve voltage quality, which is for the 2,500 transformers. Then there's 1,600 electric poles which will be replaced because they've deteriorated. That's under the operation Keep the Lights On. All right. Then there will be 2,511 meter treated poles to reinforce the network. And then there will be provision of cable termination joint kits to address faults in underground cable systems, including 33 kilovolt and 11 kilovolt networks. So ECT says will also replace rectifiers and protection systems at substations in Accra East, Accra West, Ashanti, Tema, Western, and Volta region, while distributing 28,000 fuses and 240 distribution panels. So a lot of work happening in the infrastructure sector. Mind you, MTN also told us over the weekend that they were setting up, I think, 2,000 new cell sites to improve network quality. Now let's do education. And government has released 199 million cedis to clear free SHS and TVET perishable arrears. Story is on citinewsroom.com. It says the Ghana Education Trust Fund Get Fund has released 3 checks totaling 199 million cedis to settle outstanding payments to perishable or for perishable supplies. Now, the disbursement covers arrears owed to suppliers under the free SHS program for October to February period, as well as the technical and vocational education and training institutions from October to December. The payment reaffirms government's commitment to honoring its obligations to service providers who support feeding and logistics for free SHS and TVS institutions nationwide. Now, the release is expected to ease operational pressures on suppliers and ensure uninterrupted delivery. Second education story, school fees as well, or teacher salaries rather. So teachers to receive their salary arrears as Finance Ministry approves payment. This is also on the same website, citinewsroom.com. Ministry of Finance has approved the payment of salary arrears owed to staff of GES, clearing the way for thousands of teachers to receive several months of outstanding wages. In a statement on Monday, 20 April, GES management said Controller and Accountant General Department had been authorized to begin disbursing the arrears to eligible staff. Now, I'm looking for the number of staff affected, but there are quite a number. The full statement is listed that they are owed 4 months arrears for May, June, July, August. The payments will be spread through. And this is for August to November 2025.
Well, staying with that, there's a big hoopla about private tuition support. The Daily Graphic has an editorial on it, and the story on page 13 as well. Valley View University has called for a more expansive tuition support policy that covers students at both public and private tertiary institutions. The newly inducted Vice Chancellor, Professor Daniel Ganu, who made the call, said it would ensure that the state's financial support systems for tertiary education did not exclude students in private universities. He explained that such a policy would promote fairness and equal access to higher education, especially as private institutions continue to train a significant portion of the country's human capital. On page 12, the University of Ghana has awarded 1,358 students for a scholarship for the 2025-2026 academic year through its Students Financial Aid.
Good move.
All right, let's come to you.
Okay, can we go to stories related to AG now?
The AG,
Because, yes, the Chronicle, page 2, AG asks court to convict Wontumi, a story by Benis Bessie in the Chronicle. The Deputy Attorney General, Dr. Justice Shremsai, has urged the Criminal Division 4 of the High Court in Accra to proceed to convict the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Entwibo-Siakon, for allegedly failing to file a defense or call witnesses in an ongoing criminal trial. Now, the request was made on Monday before the court, presided over by Her Anna Audrey Kosivi Tay.
Meanwhile, the Deputy AG has been speaking on the point of view.
Yes,
he says that they will wait for the Supreme Court ruling on a challenge to the constitutionality of the OSP before effecting the directive from the High Court about taking over cases of the OSP. So Justice Ramsay says the Attorney General's Department will await decision by the Supreme Court on the prosecutorial authority of the Office of the Special Prosecutor before deciding whether to comply with the High Court ruling directing to take ongoing OSP cases. Now, a couple more stories here. Over 100 communities in the Volta region at risk from tidal waves, according to the MP for Angono. This story is by Ni Aiku Okani. Says the MP for Angono, Richard Kwame Sepe, has warned that more than 100 communities in the region risk being wiped out by tidal waves if urgent action is not taken. The warning follows renewed tidal wave distraction over the weekend, which washed away the sandbar separating the sea from the Volta River. Speaking to journalists on Monday, the MP urged the government to prioritize the safety of residents and take immediate steps to avert potential disaster. He says there's likelihood that hundreds of communities within South Tong, Angloga, Keta, as well as Ketu South, parts of Akati South, will be affected if the situation as of now is not addressed. What is likely to happen is that for Angloga, we are visualizing that about 50 communities will go off the map. If you go to South Tong, other communities that we counted, maybe about 6 or 5 of them may also go off. He cautioned the government against only providing relief items to victims of tidal waves, saying residents are tired of such temporary measures and want a long-term solution.
Let me put some mining stories and others together for you as well from other places. On page 13, Bernard Daily Guide, let's go to the Hunter West area where residents have called on the government to take the necessary steps to make the Agenda 11 hospital at Bokro in the municipality fully functional. According to the residents, they cannot fathom why the facility, which was constructed under the previous administration and commissioned before the 2025 transition of political power, remains non-operational. Now let me take you to the BNFT on page 2, where civil society organizations focused on the extractive sector have called for further legislative reforms to strengthen the governance and transparency framework of the Minerals Income Investment Fund. The CSO's concerns center largely on revisions to the fund's governing law, particularly the reduction of MIF's share of mineral income to just 2%.
Yes.
There's also concern by the Daily Guide on the silence of CSOs on the destruction of natural resources. You can get details on page 3.
Okay, talking about natural resources, Zima youth kick against illegal mining by foreign nationals on Adamu's concession. Story in The Chronicle, page 3 by Sebastian Alfreku. Aggrieved resident of Salma, Akamko, Salem's Bemiakon, Adeklozi, Eshiemu, Esiase and Awuchre, all in the Zema East District of the Western Region, have protested against mining activities they suspect to be illegal on concessions belonging to Adamus Resources Limited by some foreign nationals. Now, demonstrators said they do not understand why the foreign nationals are operating on portions acquired mining concessions in the area, while the local people have no access to their own lands to eke out a living.
Oh, this is really
And
sad.
then on the back page of the Daybreak on page 12, Bernard, mining crackdown reveals weapons, foreigners. And this is in an area called Kunsuja in Kuntebu in the Ahafo, a north-south district of the Ashanti region. And the operation led to the arrest of 6 Chinese nationals and the seizure of a cache of weapons, ammunition, and cash evidence. Now, Bernard, on page 3 of the BNFT, the Bank of Ghana is targeting billions of dollars in diaspora remittances for bonds, small businesses, and infrastructure projects as policymakers move to transform overseas transfers into a long-term source of investment capital, foreign exchange inflows, and broader economic finance. You can get a copy of the paper for
The
more
Asantini
details.
has been busy. He is saying that power is transient and therefore politicians should stay out of chieftaincy matters. He cautioned government appointees against using political power to interfere in chieftaincy issues, warning that authority in their office is temporary. Speaking at a meeting of the Asanteman Council Monday, April 20, Otunfo criticized what he described as growing political interference in traditional disputes, singling out development in the Sampa and other areas. Your government is in power, so you think you can do whatever you please. Please know that power is transient. Of course, you can go ahead and use that power for whatever you want now. He expressed concern over what he described as disregard for judicial decisions in communities such as Sampa, in Chira, Amantim, and parts of Asantiachim, where rival claimants continue to assert authority. Then he went on to distill Chiami Kofinti. So he distilled his linguist, Chiami Kofinti, following a decision taken at an Asanteman Council meeting held at the Menchia Palace. According to a Facebook post by Menchia on Monday, the decision was reached after several allegations and concerns were raised against him during the meeting. Among the issues cited were questions about his royal lineage, with concerns raised over his inability to properly invoke Otunfo Ntamkesie, a key responsibility of his role as Chiami. He was also accused of improperly handling and retaining multiple invocations of Otunfo Ntamkesi beyond what is traditionally permitted for holders of the position. The council further noted that he failed in his duty to appropriately report invocations, describing it as a serious breach of expectations for someone occupying such a revered stool.
Wow.
Additional allegations linked to wrongful installment of Ayasi Dikro raised by the Ayasi Hene was also considered in the proceedings. Following deliberations, the council resolved to remove him from office.
That's a big one.
And he's photographed here going
Yeah.
through the process.
Let me stay with the chiefs because government has raised chiefs' pay by 300%. Story on page 2 of the Ghanaian publisher. The Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, has announced major reforms and updates affecting traditional leadership, national statistics, and local governance in Ghana. Speaking at the Government Accountability Series on Monday, April 20, the minister revealed that monthly allowances for paramount chiefs and commanders have been significantly increased. Now, according to him, the allowance has been raised from 1,000 Ghana cedis to 3,000 Ghana cedis in 2025, marking a 300% increment. He explained that the move, undertaken in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance, reflects government commitment to strengthening the role of traditional authorities in governance and community development.
He's also warned MMDCs to step up enforcement of National Sanitation Day or risk being judged on their performance in office. Speaking to the Government Accountability Series, he expressed concern that some local authorities have become lax in enforcing the Sanitation Day initiative.
Well, Bernard, the big story on page 47 of the Daily Graphic, Bernard.
What's that?
The Northern Regional Football Supporters Union has stepped up its campaign for inclusion in Ghana supporters allocation for the upcoming FIFA World Cup, calling on the GFA and the National Supporters Union to guarantee equitable representation of fans from the North. We wish to humbly plead and appeal that with Ghana being fortunate to be part of this year's World Cup, supporters based in this region be given their fair share of the slots allocated to the Ghana Supporters Union. They also say that we must call Andre Ayew back to the national team if we want to do well in the World
Let
Cup.
me bring you this final story from my side. And the story in the Ghanaian Times, page 3, fire outbreaks decline, but damage caused, road crash casualties surge. Ghana National Fire Service report, story by Stephanie Brinkrine. Ghana recorded 2,055 fire outbreaks in the first quarter of 2026, a 10.02% decline from the 2,261 cases reported during the same period in 2025, according to the Ghana National Fire Service. Despite the reduction, the cost of damage rose from 167 million Ghana cedis in 2025 to 215.5 million in 2026, while the value of salvaged property increased sharply from 151 million Ghana cedis to 479.5 million Ghana cedis.
All right,
Now,
we'll leave it here.
Great,
Thank you very much,
great,
Samuel
great,
Akom.
great.
And thank you very much, Godfrey Akotobuafo. That was the newspaper review segment. Coming up next is the City Business News.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So with the City Business News Breakfast Edition, Ni Latte is here. Good morning, Ni.
Good morning, Bernard. Welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News here on 97.3 City FM, brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valex. Coming up, new procurement law in the offing to seal loopholes and curb abuse in single source contracts. Also, Bank of Ghana sets 2026 deadline for mandatory disability inclusion across financial sector. Much later, plans to mobilize diaspora financing through bond instruments clouded by DDP concerns. We hear from banking consultant Dr. Richmond Etiahene. I am Ni Latte. Details of our stories now. The Public Procurement Authority says a new amendment before Parliament will address long-standing gaps in Ghana's procurement law, particularly on single-source contracting. Board Chair Basil Ahia blesses after 23 years of implementing the Public Procurement Act, ambiguities in key provisions have led to inconsistent interpretation and loopholes. He explains that unclear definitions, especially around single sourcing and the term agency, have complicated enforcement, with budget delays often forcing institutions into emergency procurement.
The board has recommended, and working with the Honorable Minister a bill has been forwarded to Parliament to redefine what agency is. Under Section 41B, it talks about agency. What is really urgent? Those are the issues. And that is the section that mostly others would want to come. Budgetary pressures, late releases. There's an entity that comes and say, look, we just had our release, and that if you want to go the full haul, you will not be able to complete before the year. But we know the law also says that if by the end of the year you've not received and paid for, you lose that budget. So the interpretation has been very hazy, and there were times as a board we struggled to give meaning to it. This bill is going to finalize it without any debate what an urgent situation will be. And once that is done, the board will be so guided and ensure that we work within the new definition of agency. And I think it's going to be good for all of us.
That was the board chair of the Public Procurement Authority, Basil Ahiable. Now, the Bank of Ghana has issued an implementation roadmap requiring banks and other financial institutions to make their services fully accessible to persons with disability by the end of 2026. In a notice released on April 20, the central bank said it is moving beyond policy intent to enforceable timelines, backing its 2025 Financial Inclusion Directive with clear compliance benchmarks and a threat of penalties for non-compliance. Under the framework, all regulated institutions, including banks, payment service providers, and non-bank financial institutions, must adopt internal disability inclusion policies by July 2026, secure board approval by September, and complete staff training and system-wide accessibility audits by October. The reforms extend beyond governance into operations and product design. By December 2026, institutions are required to adapt their services, documents, and delivery channels into accessible formats such as Braille, audio, and large print, while also upgrading digital platforms, call centers, and physical infrastructure. Banks will also be required to maintain at least one fully accessible branch in each operational zone in line with national standards. What the central bank is doing is to set a new service standard which prohibits discrimination based on disability and mandates priority, respectful service supported by visible signage. The directive also introduces ongoing requirements including disability-focused financial literacy programs and improved data collection to support tailored services. A while longer on the banking sector, because Ghana's renewed push to tap diaspora funding through bond instruments is facing fresh scrutiny, with lingering concerns over the domestic debt exchange program DDP casting a shadow over investor confidence. The caution comes despite strong momentum in remittance inflows and the Bank of Ghana's plans to channel diaspora funds into structured investment vehicles to support long-term development financing. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, has already outlined proposals including diaspora bonds aimed at converting remittances into productive investment flows. But banking consultant Dr. Rich Monitoin warns that while the numbers are encouraging, structural weaknesses and trust deficits remain a major hurdle.
Well, looking at what the governor has said himself, that remittances in 2025 rose from 4.8 billion to 7.8. It means there's still room for improvement. And I believe if we can track and trace, as I've always been saying, all remittances, at least it will be easy for us not to even go to capital markets. Because countries like Ethiopia did a similar thing for build a dam, at least about 4.something billion. They're able to securitize the remittances to be able to, once written, twice share. And don't forget, when we did the DDEP, it's not only Ghanaians. The part of it was foreign domicile bonds by Ghanaians outside. And some of them have lost money. If they haven't lost money, we're talking about repayment instead of 2027 going to 2035. That is where the problem is, to be able to get the confidence again, so that should somebody buy that bond, he's assured that he will get a maybe a return of 5% or 2% over a year, and at the same time you get its principal or the principal of maturity. Although the economic variables look very good, but there are other things in it that needs to be also looked at.
Banking consultant Dr. Richmond Etuahene. The International Monetary Fund, that's IMF, is urging countries across sub-Saharan Africa, including Ghana, to accelerate private sector-led growth and deepen structural reforms to keep the recovery on track. In its April Regional Economic Outlook for Sub-Saharan Africa, the IMF warns that the region's rebound remains fragile and weighed down by a volatile global environment, tight financial conditions, and lingering fiscal pressures. The fund says governments must urgently address inefficiencies in public spending, improve revenue mobilization, and create a more enabling environment for businesses to drive growth and job creation.
According to its April Regional Economic Outlook for Sub-Saharan Africa, the fund highlights high cost of doing business, weak state-owned enterprises, and limited regional trade integration as key constraints holding back productivity, investment, and long-term growth across the region. The fund also maintains that targeted reforms in critical sectors such as energy, transport, and telecommunications are essential, urging African government to improve governance, transparency, and cost recovery in state-owned enterprises while protecting vulnerable population through well-designed social measures. It further stresses that fast-tracking the African Continental Free Trade Area agenda, particularly reducing non-tariff barriers and modernizing customs systems, will be key to lowering trade costs, strengthening supply chains, and expanding markets for local businesses.
Emmanuel upon with that report. On the interbank forex market this morning, the dollar is trading at 11 cedis 3 pesos, and the British pound at 14 cedis 92 pesos. That of the euro could be sold to you at 12 cedis 99 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of City Business News. These stories and more on citynewsroom.com/business. I am Nila Atilati. Do have a good business day.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information.
MTN.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Help me make I know they talk much. I wanna be concise. You want to accommodate. Come make I be your bike. working from 9 to 5.
Well, we are accommodating Gabi in the studio. He will bring you kickoff shortly. Who has gone by? Neil Latte. What did he do? He brought us the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Who brought us that? EcoBank and MTN. Grateful to EcoBank and MTN. EcoBank says your money is controlling you, but it's time to take charge. The EcoBank Money app gives you the power to command your money to transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. So command your money to make water, electricity, and school fee payments, bank and mobile money transfers, create virtual cards to buy only what you need and more. Money Commander, download the EcoBank mobile app now on the App Store, Play Store. And then you pay attention to details also because you're a commander. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details. When you're in doubt, call the EcoBank call center 0800 003225. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. MTN says, Chale, Obia Genedio, you know how we do it. When you cross over graduation, big win, new arrival, your people dust you with Porter. You know Porter? Yeah, Porter. And that's exactly what's happening right now thanks to MTN. People are upgrading to 4G, and trust me, the Porter is flying everywhere. So grab the brand new HMD Arc for just 899 Ghana cedis and enjoy free 2.5 gigabyte data every single month for 6 months. New phone, fast 4G, nice pictures, free data, more social media every month. Before they say it's only left with you, visit any MTN service center and dealer shops nationwide to grab your HMD Arc today. Kickoff is brought to you by Polytank and Lesheho. Polytank is giving you 1,000 Ghana cedis free. You are saving over 1,000 Ghana cedis when you buy the Sumo Super of their range of products. We're talking Polytank, we're talking advanced multi-layer technology, we're talking reinforcement for superior durability, we're talking about design that's built to last, we're talking about peace of mind for your home, your project, your business. Walk to any Polytank outlet today, ask for Sumo Super, and you will save more than 1,000 Ghana cedis. It doesn't get any better than that. Polytank, Papa no angazangaza. Beware of fraudsters. Polytank does not request for Momo payments online. The Shell Savings and Loan has great news just for you. Gabi, I know you need some money, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, talk to Lachelle. From now to the end of the month, they've dropped their interest rate and they've reduced it just for you. Apply for a loan today to sort out all your needs at the best rates on the market. This be Fala season. I see another Angazan here. So just WhatsApp or call now 02700 4799. Always remember terms and conditions apply. Lesheho, let's improve life. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabi Affairs in the studio has got you on kickoff.
Right, Tuesday morning, welcome aboard to Kickoff right here on the City Breakfast Show. Coming up, the countdown is still on for the 2026 World Cup. We have 51 days more to the tournament. Carlos Queiroz will meet the press later on Thursday ahead of his brief stint with the Black Stars for the World Cup. Also coming up,
it's a point apiece. It may be not what Nuno had in mind when he arrived here tonight, and his side with a better team for long periods. But Palace, as we've repeatedly said, are a tough nut to crack here at Selhurst Park.
Alright, so West Ham restoring their 2 points lead over Spurs, and the bottom three with a goalless draw at Crystal Palace that confirmed Wolves' relegation from the Premier League last night at the Selhurst Park. More on that, plus some update from the NBA. We are proudly sponsored by Polytank Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. Alright, I'm Gabi Affair. Let's get into the update. And Black Stars coach Carlos Queiroz will address the media at a press conference on Thursday, April 23 at the Alisa Hotel in Accra. Now, the event scheduled for 1 p.m. will bring together members of the media to interact with the Portuguese tactician following his appointment as Black Stars head coach last week. Now, Kyrgios will use the platform to share his vision for the team, outline his technical philosophy, and also answer questions from the press ahead of this summer's FIFA World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America. We'll do more from the Black Stars, and former player Samuel Osei has weighed in on Ghana's ongoing debate over dual nationality players, calling for a more proactive strategy in recruiting diaspora talent ahead of the future tournament. Now, Gufo, a member of Ghana's 2006 FIFA World Cup squad, acknowledged that the country often finds itself at a disadvantage when competing with European nations to secure the commitment of players of Ghanaian descent.
Parent, you base in Europe, and your son is playing so well, and that your son is Jude Bellingham, both parents from Ghana. Will you allow Jude Bellingham to play for Ghana or England?
I will consider the bigger economic benefit.
Yes, because either we like it or we don't like it, we are second choice. That's what people have to understand.
Yeah.
Either we like it or we don't like it, we are second choice.
And it goes beyond football,
Yes.
It goes beyond patriotism.
Okay. So now, if Duku Frimpong, not Jiku, Doku, Frimpong, and all those players, if we have got them young, all of them will play for Ghana. So that's why I'm using the office in Europe. Let get them young. Let them come here and face the atmosphere. Let them find the good feeling around the team, either it's under 17, under 20, or under 23, including the Blasters. Let's get them young. If we get them young, we have opportunity to build our national team.
All right, so that's the former Black Stars defender Samuel Osei speaking to 3 Sports. Now in Kumasi, interim Kotoko head coach Prince Yawusu has officially stepped down from his role. Now Owusu stepped up to the head coaching role on an interim basis following the sacking of Karim Zito earlier in the 2025-2026 season. And the Prince Owusu Kotoko's fortunes did not improve as the Porcupine Warriors failed to win games consistently and suffered big losses to rivals Accra Hearts of Folk 1-0 and a 4-0 defeat to Mediamas Sporting Club. The club also got eliminated from the MTN FA Cup to Indiana at the round of 16 stage. Julia Shifriamo has more.
The coach stated in his resignation letter that the decision was taken in the greatest interest of the club. Management expresses its sincere appreciation to coach for his service, dedication, and commitment during his time with the club and wishes him the very best in his future endeavors. In the interim, youth team coach Hamza Obeng will take charge of the team for the remaining games of the season. Further arrangements shall be communicated in due course. However, the club wishes to firmly debunk rumors that interim head coach Prince Owusu left the camp without prior notice. These claims are untrue. Prince ideally sought permission from management to attend to urgent family matters as he continues to mourn the passing of his beloved mother.
All right, so that's my colleague Julia Shifriamwa with that statement released from Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Well, let's stay with the Ghana Premier League, and the Ghana Football Association Marketing Director Jamil Marabi has raised concerns about the impact of persistent negative media coverage on Ghana football. Now, he warns that such reports are hurting the image of the game on the global stage, discouraging corporate bodies and international partners from engaging with the Ghana Football Association. Now, according to him, this trend continues to weaken investor confidence at a time when the sport needs strong backing.
And one of the things that worries me a lot is the image that our press puts out.
Yes.
When I see the press going against the brand, it really takes, especially in my department, it takes us back. It takes us back so much and makes it more difficult because the bombardment and the negativity, because, negative news sells. So when we win, yes, everyone's happy, but the stories are all not interesting. But when there's a negative thing, they start to add the spices and the salt, and they keep on pushing that agenda for weeks. And they don't understand that it's destroying the brand. It's destroying partners to participate. And it's the same partners who also go to them to advertise on their radio stations or TV stations. So they also have to understand that it's a collective
responsibility.
Yes. And the effects are also collective. It's not only affecting us, it's affecting them because it's the products that we all feed from.
All right, so that's the marketing director for the Ghana Football Association, Jamil Marabi, there. Now let's do some boxing. And African Games gold medalist Ahmadu Muhammad is aiming to repeat history by winning gold at this year's Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in Scotland. The 2026 Games will feature about 3,000 athletes from 74 nations in a high-performance athlete first event. Now, Madi confirmed to Citi Sports that the Black Bombers have begun camping in Winneba ahead of the July 23 to August 2, 2026 competition.
You know, I've won gold for Ghana before at the All African Games, and I want to repeat history because we are doing it for our motherland, and it's not just our motherland. For you to be okay in life, to choose boxing, for you to make sure everything is good on your behalf. Yeah, so we have God with him, all things are possible as well. So I'm aiming high this time to win another gold for myself and for my motherland too. After these Commonwealth Games, I think it's time because I've stayed amateur since 2022, and I think 4 years now. So we are growing. As we are growing, we have to move on. You can't deceive nature. You can't stay at one place for a while. You know, the young boys still are coming. So if you get the opportunity, you leave for them to carry on. So I think after the Commonwealth Games, I'll be moving on to the professional. Yeah.
All right, so that's African Games gold medalist Ahmadu Mohammed speaking to my colleague Bernard Abeku Otre. Well, let's get to the English Premier League, and West Ham missed the chance to move 4 points clear of the Premier League relegation zone as they played out a goalless draw against Crystal Palace last night. A point for the Hammers means Wolves are the first top 5 team to relegate this season. But the stalemate at the Selhurst Park keeps the gap between Nuno Espirito Santo's side and 18th place Spurs at 2 points as it was before the weekend's fixture. So Wolves will be playing a championship next season. But elsewhere, Marco Rose has agreed to take over as Bournemouth manager on a 3-year contract when Andoni Iraola leaves at the end of the season. Marco Rose was one of the 3 candidates considered by the Sherries, along with Ipswich Kieran McKenna and Rayo Vallecano's Inigo Perez. It's on the back of Bournemouth announcing last night that Iraola will not be signing a new deal at the Vitality Stadium. But later tonight, there's one Premier League game to look forward to. At the Amex Stadium is Brighton taking on Chelsea at 7 p.m. Chelsea boss Liam Rosinia finds himself under increasing pressure ahead of the clash with Brighton later tonight.
Fabian's doing a fantastic job. It's a club that are built in a way that is built for consistency. They've got players who understand the system for a long time, and they're going to be a really, really difficult team to play against.
What's been the biggest challenge for you in the last 4 months since you arrived, would you say?
I think the biggest challenge for any manager coming mid-season is you want to get to know your players as quickly as possible in your group. You want to know not just tactical things, technical things, what they're used to, their routines, and you want to make sure that you don't adapt things too quickly from what they're used to. That's been a big challenge in terms of the amount of games that we've played, the training sessions that we've had, and also making sure that they're understanding of what we want day in, day out, and that takes time. So that's the biggest challenge. In terms of the results, they haven't been good recently, and that's something that we really, really need to overcome.
Okay, so that's Chelsea boss Liam Rosinia. Let's get to his opposite manager, Fabian Hezela.
I'm impressed by the character, by the resilience the team showed, especially the individual players, how they stick together, how they hold each other accountable, how they work in every training session, and therefore they went through a tough period, but now they show like great resilience. They showed an unbelievable connection between each other, and I think sometimes the social bond between people can create more than every individual quality, and that's the main focus we.
Alright, so that's Brighton boss Fabian Hezela speaking. So that game is later tonight. It's just 1 point separating the two sides ahead of tonight's clash at the Amex. Well, Liverpool's Ibrahim Konate says he's close to an agreement with the club of a new contract, and there's a big chance he will remain at Anfield next season. But in Spain, there are 4 games later tonight. Athletic Bilbao will take on Osasuna, Mallorca up against Valencia, with both games kicking off at 5 p.m. Madrid take on Alaves at 7:30 p.m. Now, before I leave to the NBA playoffs, and it was a night of big responses and shifting momentum across the first round, The Atlanta Hawks edged the New York Knicks 107-106 in a 3-2 level with a series 1-1 with CJ McCollum delivering the decisive moments late on. The Minnesota Timberwolves also bounced back in style, defeating Denver Nuggets 119-114 to tie their series. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Cavaliers continued their dominance, beating Toronto Raptors 115-105 to take a commanding 2-0 series lead. Well, that's the very latest in the world of sports. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on X at City Sports J. We're back later at 3:10 p.m. on the Traffic Avenue with the World Cup Diaries. Kickoff is probably brought to you by Polytangana and Lechelle. Let's improve life. I'm Gabi Affair. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
From now to the end of Ghana month, Polytank is celebrating with you. We are giving you over 1,000 Ghana cedis for free on our premium Sumo Super range of water tanks in celebration of Ghana. Sumo Super is designed to last, giving you peace of mind for your home, project, or business. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit any Polytank outlet today. Ask for Sumo Super and save over 1,000 Ghana cedis. Polytank, the original, always the best. Panono Ankasa. Beware, Polytank does not request for Momo online.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, let's go, let's go, hey mama. Let's go, we improve your life.
Your skin deserves the best care possible. Introducing Princess Premium Lotion, crafted with vitamin B3 for all your skin types. Choose from our 4 luxurious variants: radiant skin with cocoa butter and vitamin E, skin revitalization enriched with aloe vera and vitamin E, healthy glow featuring lemon and vitamin E, plus SPF 15 sun protection, and skin rejuvenation with carrot oil and vitamin A. Take care of the future you with Princess Premium Lotion. Princess Premium Lotion is your perfect choice. Available now for your everyday skincare needs. The GC brand, it's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Why, baby? Hey, my Missy and my boyfriend, I could see a star 959 hash. I want your phone so. Now we're really
Anita, I don't doggy park.
Oh, one swap. I could see us answer by number 1. Yeah, my dream now. And then there was so yummy show, Papa. Now, me toss a short, sexy dress. No, now, Mrs. Samiti. Now, me yummy nails. No, so come on. Oh, no. Me fa uba. Make a do some small 1-2 rounds behind some dream. Now, we cheer. Hey, Nana, so he for order. So, Chinese. And the wine, Papa B. And I mean this, I check. No.
Hey, Anita.
Na san me when you hear TV be no. Also say sound. No to prepared. Na me chilly asimu. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey, Anita.
Jesus.
Baby, I will do no jinawa. Mr. Remember, dial star 959 hash. Oh, iPhone na back on tomorrow. No one can say no sika so what.
Sister, next time cut call no what. Dial star 959 hash. And I call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Ed down some.
Buy any promo pack of Gino tomato mix, Gino pepper and onion, or Gino jollof tomato mix. Cut open the sachet, find the code inside, text the code free of charge to star 844 star 99 hash. There's over 2.5 million Ghana cedis in airtime to be won, plus amazing appliances and the grand rewards: a brand new car and an all expenses paid trip to a dream destination. This advert is FDA approved. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
I don't want to stress. I
want the soft life. I wanna have more time, make catch up life. I send money, I pay my bills, I buy airtime. Oh, I dig the soft life. Abracadabra seems like magic, API magic. I don't need to carry money on me with Fidelity cards. I just need to swipe. Oh, I dig the soft life. Oh, soft life. GHQR. I take my phone when I scan it. Payment complete. Fidelity RP so sleep. Oh, I dig the soft life. Say hello to Kuku at the chatbot. Yeah, she's gonna simplify your digital banking. Fidelity digital banking, the new dimension. Dig the soft life. Modege, Mr. Modege. Dig, 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 dig. Dig, 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 dig.
Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Bold colors, bold patterns, bold choices. Bold since 1966. Through every decade, every celebration, every woman, every story. For 60 years, GTP is still the first choice. Today, we are more than fabric. We are fashion. 60 years bold, because bold never gets old, gets retold, and stays gold. Get the GTP at 60th Anniversary Collection today from any accredited GTP distributor nationwide or from our retail shop in Osu and online at shop.gtpfashion.com, and celebrate bold colors, bold patterns, and bold women. GTP. Life styled.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. Trustees are there to manage your pension in your best interest, but you also have a role to play. Ask questions, request updates, and stay informed. It's your future, and you have every right to understand it. Our free pension health check helps you to evaluate the health of your pensions and ask the right questions. So book a free session by visiting our website at www.petraonline.com. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Girl, you know it seems my life is so complete. I love this you because of you. You're doing what you do. Think that I find the perfect love. I search for all my life. Think I
7:37 City Breakfast Show. We're live on 97.3 City FM. All right, so when a man sends you a birthday request for his wife on Sunday evening for a birthday that's on Tuesday, you know the man is serious, and he sends pictures and things. It's like, happy birthday to a virtuous woman, my wife, Mrs. Sharon Nana Makusi. Then he quotes a scripture to introduce the message. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Proverbs 31:26. Your prayers work faster than 5G. May God crown your new year with favor, health, joy, and everything your heart desires. Happy birthday as I celebrate the woman who does it all. My personal 5-star chef, my wisest advisor, my peace and most beautiful companion. I love you endlessly. Enjoy your day. From your husband, Kofi Atakakra Kusi, Deputy Director, Corporate Affairs, Ghana Tourism Authority, to my wife, Mrs. Sharon Nana Amakusi. Madam, your husband sent this message Sunday afternoon or something. Charlie, your husband, you make what? Another one. Happy birthday to the most incredible husband and father, Eddie Tokono of Tema International School. On this special day, we want to take a moment to celebrate a wonderful man. Thanks for being such a steady pillar of strength for us. Your presence gives us so much security and peace. I want you to know how deeply I appreciate the sacrifice you make for our family. My prayer for you is that God continues to pour out His grace and abundant blessing upon your life. We love you so much. From Seth, KK, Clan, and Yeye. On this special day, I wish you a lifetime of smiles, a heart full of dreams and adventures. Have a fantastic birthday, Gertrude Elom. From Mr. and Mrs. Ohini Asante. I hope I'm reading this well. Gertrude Elom from Mr. and Mrs. Ohini Asante. Caleb, this Kofi Atakakra man, he also sent a message to you. Lord.
I record him.
All right, now a couple of things I wanted to point out. All right.
Also,
another request.
My good friend Eddie saying team, who is the captain of the Lakeside Tennis Club. He's also celebrating his birthday. Me and him, we go way back.
Lakeside have a tennis club.
Yes.
Okay.
So Eddie team, happy birthday.
Okay.
To you. And also, we are prepping for Thursday. There's an inaugural.
What's happening on Thursday?
Ghana Academy of Arts and Science. There's an inaugural lecture.
Yes.
Oh, who else? Professor Nana Bapianfo. Linguist extraordinaire, who also happens to be the Vice Chancellor of our university.
But
Zium,
does he have time to be doing this thing?
Yes, she's speaking on the topic.
Busy work is hard.
Reclaiming voice in the global order, language, gender, and the African Academy. Very, very important conversation on Thursday.
Sharp.
So we will also be there.
5:30 p.m. prompt.
I want to read something quickly that summarizes something I've been saying, but I just want to read it because yesterday the local government minister met MMDCs and charged them to make the sanitation day work properly. And then one of my listeners, Dr. Dora Eglogbe, sent me a message again. He says, Bernard, as for the sanitation in Accra and the non-functioning traffic lights, I've left it in the hands of God.
Amen.
But then she sent me this article that Kwame Sowu wrote last week.
Okay, what did Kwame say?
And it basically summarizes something we've said many times, but I think he writes it so nicely. He says, Ghana does not have a resource problem. Ghana has a thinking problem. We are a country that cannot solve simple everyday problems without invoking three crutches: corruption, foreign help, or somebody's benevolence. If it cannot be stolen, donated, or outsourced, it simply does not get done. The gutter is choked. Instead of organizing a community cleanup with basic tools and responsibility, we wait for a project or a budget, and inevitably a contract to be inflated. A simple act of clearing waste becomes a procurement opportunity. A pothole appears. Rather than mobilizing gravel, labor, and local initiative to fix it within days, we escalate it into a national crisis requiring feasibility studies, consultants, and foreign contractors. By the time it is solved, it has consumed millions and created 10 more problems. Then comes the absurdity that perfectly captures our condition. A prestigious institution like Ebri Girls Senior High School reportedly shuts down its toilet facilities because of water crisis in Ebri, a place where groundwater is not some mythical resource. Instead of mobilizing to drill a borehole within a day or two and restore basic sanitation, we accept closure as if we are helpless. This is not complex engineering. This is not a complex engineering challenge. It is a basic solvable problem, yet we elevate it into a crisis. Nonsense. This is not poverty. This is intellectual laziness wrapped in bureaucracy. We've been conditioned to believe that nothing meaningful can happen without external validation. If a foreign expert says it becomes wisdom. If a donor funds it, it becomes urgent. If a politician commissions it, it becomes important. Meanwhile, the obvious common sense solutions that require no drama are ignored because they offer no room for rent seeking. Corruption thrives not just because people are greedy, but because systems are deliberately designed to make simple things complicated. Complexity is the feeding ground of theft. The more steps, approvals, and processes, the more opportunities to chop. Even worse is our addiction to benevolence. We celebrate handouts as if they are achievements. A school gets refurbished by a foreign NGO and we applaud. A road is fixed by politicians' kindness and we cheer. Since when did basic governance become charity? A serious society does not beg to function. It organizes, it prioritizes, it executes. What is most frightening is that this dysfunction is now normalized. The educated discuss endlessly but build nothing. The unemployed debate politics all day but cannot organize a small productive venture. Entire communities sit around waiting for government, NGOs or big men to solve problems they could have solved themselves with modest coordination. We have replaced initiative with excuses. Until we discover the discipline of common sense, Ghana will continue to look outward for solutions to problems that are embarrassingly local. We will keep importing expertise for issues that require nothing than basic reasoning and collective action. No country develops like this. The brutal truth is this: Ghana is not failing because it lacks money or intelligence. It is failing because it refuses to apply simple practical thinking to simple practical problems. And until things change, no amount of aid, loans, or political slogans will save us. This is one of two. I'm not reading the second one now.
Okay.
The second one had to do with monetizing idiocy. He said we should monetize idiocy. I'm trying to retrieve it. Monetizing idiocy in Ghana. Give me a minute, I'll retrieve it from my system.
I think I saw it somewhere.
Yeah, if you find it, send it to me. Monetizing idiocy in Ghana. Kwame, so we wrote that one a few days ago. And there's also a listener of ours who has sent something he went through with the police, which I think we should highlight. Actually, I think you should read it.
Yeah.
I think you should read it.
So let me go through that. Good morning, Bernard.
Morning.
I hope you are well.
Yes.
I'm writing to formally report my experience following a recent accident that nearly claimed the lives of my wife and I. Beyond the trauma of the incident itself, the handling of the situation afterward has been deeply frustrating and concerning. Chronology of events: day of the accident, Thursday, 6:20 a.m. After several hours of waiting at the accident scene, I personally drove my damaged vehicle to the police station to comply with the required reporting and inspection procedures. Aware that accident vehicles are often impounded for extended periods, I requested that an inspector from Kokrobite DVLA come to the station to conduct the inspection. This request was declined. Instead, I was instructed that the inspection would be done at a DVLA office near the station. I was charged 1,000 Ghana cedis for this process and was further asked to pay an additional 200 Ghana cedis to expedite it. From my knowledge, these charges are significantly higher than the standard fees. I was directed to personally obtain a colored photocopy of my roadworthy certificate and provide proof of insurance, not just the valid sticker on my vehicle, but the full copy of the insurance policy document. I contacted my relationship manager at CISO, who promptly sent me the insurance policy document. I then printed and submitted it as required. A video of the damaged portions of my vehicle was taken and shared with the station commander, Inspector Musa, and the investigator, Sergeant Abbas. Following this, I proceeded to report the incident to my insurance company. Having received no updates, I called the station the following Monday to inquire about the next steps. To my surprise, I was informed by the investigator that they had yet to visit the accident scene to take measurements, despite the accident occurring several days earlier. Additionally, I was told that the owner of the trotro involved, that's the vehicle that caused the crash, had come to the station and claimed that his driver reported I had said my car was comprehensively insured and that I would handle repairs myself. Based on this, the investigator suggested there was little he could do. The cost of repairing my vehicle has been assessed at 36,000 Ghana cedis, and I have shared this invoice with the investigator. This experience highlights serious concerns about systemic inefficiencies and possible misconduct. Even as a victim, I was required to make questionable payments just to receive basic services. While I do not have direct evidence of wrongdoing, my past experience with a similar situation at Wager MTTD in 2014 leaves me deeply skeptical about whether this case will be pursued properly. I believe this matter deserves public attention as it reflects broader issues within the system that affect many ordinary citizens. Thank you.
For me, this is worrying because there seems to be no interest in getting to the bottom of the cause of the crash. Police seem very relaxed about it. Payments are made without any proper recourse, and the challenge is that if the gentleman wants justice, he may have to go to court. Think about it. The time, and this is the other thing, everything is slow. So somebody's damaged your car, it's going to cost you 36,000 cedis to repair it. If the guy doesn't agree, you have to go to court, or the police have to investigate. The police investigator is obviously not interested. Now, I'm asking myself, what is the investigator's job? Right? You're an MTTD investigator. An accident has occurred. It took you how many days to even go and do the measurement? You get it? Meanwhile, I find MTTD people sitting under trees, asking people if they have driver's license. Meanwhile, somebody has had a crash. We could have killed him, and you haven't even investigated. Where's the report? Okay, the question is, this police officer, who is his boss? How do they account for their day? Does the government does the police have a system to say, okay, 16 accidents occurred on a Kaswa road today. We want the files on all these accidents. Oh, we are investigating. End of story. These are people we pay with taxpayers' money. You see where the country's distraction starts from. So this guy will say, okay, what can I do? If he has connections, he'll go and intimidate the trotro driver to pay. Trotro driver to go to tell his boss. So it's now a power play. So he says he's going to court. Now, think about the court process in Ghana. Find a lawyer. Does he even have evidence? Was there a camera to record the incident? You see, we are basically existing on our own. Right? So somebody has knocked your car, nearly took your life. Between going to check your health and filling all the forms, is the police really interested in getting to the bottom of the matter so that they will prevent this, or they will get justice, or is in a hurry to go somewhere? You get, people should really look at themselves in the mirror and say, the money they are paying me, am I actually working? You understand? Because how are you? I mean, okay, so if this guy's case, if we call the MTTD commander for that district, will that file be ready? And what will be the briefing on that file? You get it? People don't want to work, and people are not super. So when we say leadership is failing, you know, it's a sad thing that people. It's like we've become a biala culture. Oh, say we the nephew, say we the problem be anyhow, say we the bibiao. Charlie, somebody has knocked, and he sent a picture of his vehicle. Somebody's vehicle has been hit by a trotro. All right.
Yeah.
There's no sense of urgency. There's no interest in getting to the bottom of the matter. Yet next month you see police, they say they are doing operation. And then they'll catch you. When you are driving knockworthly somewhere, they will say, we want to check your boot.
Yeah.
We are not saying don't check people's boot, but if people have a problem of this nature and cannot trust that the police will be committed, the thing you read, the guy said the next day the police hadn't even gone to the site to do that. Can you imagine?
At all.
And for everything you have to pay them.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody attacks you, you go to the police, they say you have to come and take a vehicle to convey us.
Yeah. They took an extra 200 cedis to expedite the process after taking 1,000 cedis. But still, when you got there,
so the 1,000 cedis they've taken, what did they use to do?
No work was done.
And sometimes when you have a case with the police, somebody will go to them early and he makes a payment, and then you become the. So you, the guy who is innocent, become the victim. You know, for me, I think that people should look at themselves in the mirror. You know, this attitude for me is non-developmental. We cannot build a country like this. You get it? And Caleb, almost every complaint we get, one thing runs through.
Yeah.
Dereliction of duty, lack of commitment to excellence, no diligence or due care, lack of supervision, poor leadership. You get it? And I don't know whether it is the way we are brought up that brings this thing about. It's our educational. I don't even understand how people who have been given a mandate by the state to oversee a particular thing, they essentially decide that they are not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
You know. So this guy has brought his matter on air. We'll talk about it today. 1 or 2 phone calls will be made.
Yeah.
What's the police command? Is it wager or something? Where?
He didn't add the location.
No,
the
he
wager, it's a previous
no, he did.
experience he had.
I think he mentioned the area.
Kukrobite DVLA.
Yeah,
I was requested that an
Kukrobite.
Inspector from Kukrobite DVLA come to the station. Right, so this is Kukrobite.
Let me read the second article.
Yeah.
Monetize idiocy in Ghana. London quietly raises over £1 billion a year from parking, traffic and local enforcement. Hundreds of millions in surplus, not from oil, not from aid, from discipline. Every illegal park, every reckless turn, every blocked lane is priced, paid, recorded, enforced. No drama, no negotiation, just systems. Now look at us. We are free in discipline. You can park anywhere, block roads, dump rubbish, poo anywhere, ignore basic rules and walk away. No consequence, no record, no cost. And we wonder why there is chaos. Here is the real insult. We have thousands of unemployed youth, yet no structured enforcement system, no discipline core managing parking, no serious sanitation enforcement teams, no data-driven ticketing systems, nothing. So we keep 2 problems alive at once: unemployment and disorder. This is not misfortune, this is foolishness. This is the simplest reform in Ghana. Recruit and train youth into local enforcement units. Equip them with handheld devices. Standardize fines. Remove discretion. Digitalize everything. Pay them from systems they enforce, or pay them from the systems they enforce. Let bad behavior fund order. You block a road, you pay. You dump waste, you pay. You violate zoning, you pay. No insults, no arguments, just payment. This is not cruelty, it is structure. London did not eliminate bad behavior, it monetized it. Then used the proceeds to fund better systems. We are doing the opposite. We subsidize indiscipline and pay for the consequences through congestion, flooding, filth, and lost productivity. Enough. If a city can generate hundreds of millions by enforcing simple rules, then our failure is not poverty, it is tolerance for nonsense. Monetize the idiocy, create the jobs, restore the order, or keep managing the chaos for free. So that's Kwame Sowu again. Now I'm reading this because I heard the local government minister yesterday in part talk about MMDCs. They should do National Sanitation Day. You know, look, with all due respect, we need a system. Like look how Kwame Sowu is suggesting.
Yeah.
All right. So it's National Sanitation Day once a month. We meet with pickaxes, we clear the gutters. Do you understand? But when you talk about the system, I keep saying when I was in the UK, there's nowhere you can park by heart. I park in front of my friend's apartment and I'm waiting for him to come down. After 5 minutes, somebody says, "Gentlemen, if you keep this car for another 5 minutes, I'll be forced to give you a ticket." So really? So I sit in the car and drive around and say, "Bro, I'm driving around waiting for you to come out of your house." Right? Yeah. And he'll find me and I'll pay. I sit in a friend's car in London. We are going somewhere, we get lost, we enter congestion zone. On his phone, £8. So how much to me £8? I think.
Why?
Say my congestion zone. When I find my car, so it's not EV or something. They took some money from him. All right. So everywhere people can be lawless. In some countries, they use what they have to create what they want. What do? We people are unemployed. We keep giving them promises. Imagine if, as he said, you come up with cameras. You give people handheld devices, parking enforcement, not arbitrary. You see, if there's evidence that you've been caught, you've been caught. It's not like somebody stands there and says, Abaye, I'll beat you today, I'll beat you tomorrow. No. When we are driving in the UK or wherever you go, sometimes they have average speed cameras. You may be going below 50 miles per hour in your area, but some place you went 70. You can drive for 6 minutes and say, Charlie, your average speed is above the speed limit, so be careful. Before you know, you've been fined. Are you saying that this is undoable? No, it's not. You see, I am saying that the reason, I think I agree with Kakra on this. You see how now every time the government says we are investing in power because we don't want Dumso. Because in 2014, Dumso did something to a government. So now when they hear power off, they will put money and solve it. So now they have invested 3.46 billion to stabilize the power system. So the cost of the inaction must be something that the political leadership see that we cannot. So like unemployment, this thing that Kwame is always proposing, filth, traffic congestion, and indiscipline, and unemployment. Are you telling me that if we really wanted to create a core of young people, give them a system to raise money? Because the police, they are not doing anything. You see, we are not thinking systems. We are looking for short solutions. So let's do clean up weekly something. Sanitation day. Even the sanitation day, Lagos does better than us. Me, when I was in Lagos, I was going to do some work. They said, this day you can't go out. I said, because today is sanitation. Even Lagos. They said that day, you have to clean. This is Lagos. Yeah. This is 2010 or something. They said, no, we can't come this day because they are doing sanitation. Accra. People are doing funeral. They don't even care. So we haven't built systems that work. And we keep, repeating the same. It's sad. Yeah, it's I don't even know.
My frustration is with, these days they call us Leadership FC. Those of us, like Citi Breakfast, they say we are Leadership FC.
Who is that they?
Our critics. The general, not general. I won't say critics. I mean the people who consume us. Some call us Leadership FC because we don't want to. Apparently, we don't hold the citizens to account as well. We just hold leadership to account, and it's
so the thing we described in London was it citizens in London who created it. No, this thing that let's use that example. This Kwame Sowu thing that we just described, that he said, okay, fining for wrong parking, fining for littering, digital system, young people. It was it citizens who did it.
We've shared research about active citizen
was it citizens who did it? As the proud left winger of Leadership FC.
So citizens got up one day and said, so wait, the citizens of London got up and said they are doing congestion charge, they are doing EV charge, they are doing.
You see, but the point I'm trying to make is, until we try to understand, until we accept that when somebody says, "Give me a job," and that this job that you've given me, it entails A, B, C, D, and then we tell the person that this is the job we gave you, do it well. In our setup, the only person who is actually held accountable is the president. Nobody else is held accountable.
After 4 years.
Yes. After 4 years.
Everybody else is doing it.
He's the only person, he's the only public official that can actually be held accountable by the public. I was listening to the Public Accounts Committee last week when the former director of the Ministry of Defense, for instance, showed up to explain how. And I was asking myself, where is the leadership?
Oh.
The situation you just mentioned, leadership. It took a series of leaders.
Yeah.
And the countries that have made the strides that we want to make have been led by leaders. The areas led by leaders. It's not even just the small areas. It's just leadership. The other time we got a message from the Bruno region about this town where things seem to be working. Simply because they installed a chief whose mindset
development
is development.
It's a leadership team. It's a leadership thing.
And because of him, the townsfolk have come along. So they are very big on sanitation because the chief says we are big on sanitation. We spoke about the Queen Mother in the Seshi area who said, in my town, nobody touches water with whatever.
No galamsey.
The people follow the leader and say, this is who our leader is and this is what she says. And she's holding us accountable. So that is what we do. So we bring it to the spaces that we occupy and ask ourselves, what do the leaders do? Everybody wants to be a leader, but nobody wants to actually do the work. We have a lot of leaders. Everybody's some leader in Ghana. From Nadmoko direct constituency something to this one something to municipal something to district something. But the actual work when you're looking for that person,
I know the sad thing. If they did the monetization and digitalization, it will actually save them from a lot of problems. Because I admit that people can be difficult. If you have a digital system of say fines, spot fines, you put cameras that you actually monitor, it takes away the discretion. Because if the camera catches you speeding and then I send my village chief to you to say I beg, you say, but even though you beg, the camera, it has already captured you and my boss in Accra has the copy, so you have to pay. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you use the digital means as a leader to insulate yourself from the discretion of I beg, pastor is begging.
Bernard.
So if I think that if we carefully think through what Kwame Sowu has said, it's a win-win for everybody.
Yes, but the point I want to make is in 2026, do we think that the people who lead us are not aware of the solutions Kwame Sowu spoke about?
Maybe they don't. Maybe they haven't thought through it deeply.
No, they have.
Oh no, maybe they haven't. Maybe they haven't.
But I refuse to underestimate the intelligence of the people who lead this country.
I'm not saying they're not intelligent too. You see, somebody can present a case to you in a way that makes it obvious for you to act. You may know that something exists, but you may not have thought about it thoroughly to see its feasibility. Because you see, everybody acts based on self-interest. So maybe for now, for self-preservation, they think let's do National Sanitation Day. Is the easiest way of mobilizing people. Number two, as Kwame Sowu said in his earlier article, until World Bank comes up with some project and they finance some speed cameras to buy and all those things, so the procurement economy, you get it. So even if you want to do it, somebody has to chop in it. But I'm saying that if you think deeply beyond simply the surface of, how much will I earn? If you really see where unemployment is going and you see what lawlessness costs us, pollution, sanitation, traffic, if you ask enough questions, you realize that Kwame Sowu is right. And if you I'm coming, he's right not just in matter of fact, but pragmatically is the best thing to do.
I am with you on that. The point I'm making to you is the leaders know. In 2014, I made a trip to a Central African country with members of governments. Some of them became ministers. Some of them have become mayors. There was an incident. There were two incidents. A colleague's equipment got stolen. And this is again, like I said, a country,
normal African country,
a country that we sit here and insult all the time, in our homes. Within 20 minutes of a report being made at the police station, the police people simply went back to their cameras, like you are saying. And this is 2014. Okay, this taxi did this. So they checked the taxi number. They went through their system. This taxi is owned by this person. They called
the owner of
the taxi and said, where are you? He said, blah, blah, blah. Where is your car? Oh, my car is here. Are you the one driving the car today? No. Bring the person who is driving your car today. Within the hour,
2014 matter.
Within the hour, the equipment had been retrieved and the situation had been dealt with. In the presence of some of these persons who were nodding their heads, one of whom later became the head of such a sector in this country. That same trip, in that week, we were taking walks in the avenue that we lived in. And this was not in the capital, we were in the village. We were taking beautiful walks along the road. Then they will sit down.
Was there a beach there?
No, there's no beach. This is it's a cassava heavy village, but very developed. And they were taking walks. Then they'll go visit some golf course. And they'll come and sit down. Then they'll nod. So I asked one, say, offer. I asked him, you know me?
Ultra pictures.
I asked him, but I said, offer. I said, oh, I crack around to me, Nanti say you.
Yo.
So you said, I said, you said in your head.
No, I told him. I said, you will get the opportunity in Accra. You won't do the same. God being good. That person got an opportunity to become a minister later on in a sector that allowed him to make that kind of difference.
Did you call him?
Ask whether that difference has been made. So it is not that they do not know. They are very clear. Look, they've gone to the best schools. They attend the whatever it is. They go on holidays before everyone comes in. They know that if we install the cameras, but when they sit down to have a conversation, the pros and cons that are weighed for having those cameras, the employment that you discussed, the ease of transaction that you discussed for citizenry, are not the key things that are used to weigh in favor or against that decision. Procurement. How much will I make of it? Will my party people like it or not? If I do this, we'll lose this job. Who can I employ in this matter? So in the end, we keep this vicious cycle.
We sacrifice the collective for personal
for
interest. This. We'll come back to this. Time for tech and social media trends, or really time after 8:08. Let's bring Edwin in. Yes.
Tech and social media trends is brought to us by Telecel.
Yeah. Edwin, thank you for joining us. Sorry for taking your time.
Welcome, Bernard, and good morning to everyone.
Morning.
So I want to begin with the local government minister. He's also Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, who appeared before the media as part of the government accountability series.
All right.
And he said a number of things, some of which you've spoken about here, but I'm going to go through a few more. He said that in 2024, 362 million Ghana cedis, only 362 million Ghana cedis was given to the MMDAs to operate. So far in 2025, he says 5 billion Ghana cedis. 5 billion Ghana cedis has been distributed to the MMDAs. So at least some improvements in terms of the amount of money the MMDAs have to work with in their assemblies. So he also spoke about how judiciously they use their funds, and he wanted them to, do the right things with their funds. Otherwise, they will face the consequences. He spoke on a number of other issues, including
maybe he should sack one or two, so that we know he's serious. No, because they've been in office for at least a year.
Sack?
Yeah, he's a local government minister. I can say to this MC that I've sacked you, or he can't sack.
Who's going to sack?
Look, I mean, can't sack.
You can't sack anybody.
Recommend.
You can recommend their sack.
You can't sack anybody.
Well, at least, as you said, he can recommend their sacking to the president
if they are not working.
Yes, so he also spoke about the increase in allowance for the paramount chiefs and the queen mothers. Paramount chiefs from 1,000 to 3,000 Ghana cedis, queen mothers from 800 to 2,400 Ghana cedis. Also, on an issue that has been trending as well, he spoke on the anti-LGBTQ bill. He says the Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee will meet on the 23rd of April to discuss it. So everyone has been talking about how the bill has been delayed and whether the president is going to sign it or not. It's supposed to go before the committee on the 23rd of April, and they will discuss it. So the local government minister saying a number of things when he took his turn at the accountability series. Let's move on to South Africa, which is trending also in Ghana. It's actually the second biggest trend in Ghana.
Why?
Because yesterday the President Trump, the US President Donald Trump, he spoke about some of his achievements so far in government, and he included the fact that because white South Africans are facing white genocide in South Africa, they've been able to repatriate a number of them to the US to save them, as it were. So he says South Africans are being persecuted, the white South Africans are being persecuted. They are being killed because of their skin color. The farmers are being killed. So he's had to step in and save them by bringing them to the United States.
He said it on Truth Social,
yes,
or he said it.
No, he said it in a speech yesterday. Yeah, so that has obviously sparked conversations online. Some South Africans are saying that is not true. That there's no white genocide in South Africa. That even black people are being persecuted as much as white people are. So there's no need to say that one race is being persecuted in order to spark some sort of anger or some division in the country. So that is a conversation that's going on online currently, South Africa.
I wanted to give you some updates. The story you did about some kids wading through water.
Yes.
Yesterday we spoke to the DC for Whole West, who said that video was staged.
Okay.
And apparently school is on vacation, and that somebody was seen deliberately sort of coaching the kids to go through, so they'll film it.
Okay.
So that's the person's view. So that's what the DCE said.
Okay, that's his view.
No,
but
I just want to understand, just quickly, if school is on vacation, when school resumes, will they use that same route?
I don't even know. I'm just reporting what was said on the interview. That the man said
it just has to be interrogated to make sense.
But you see, it was presented as though they were going to school that day, and they were going through water which was at their chest level.
Yes, chest level.
And according to the DCE, it was staged.
I just want to interrogate the facts. If he says it was staged, what does that mean? Does it mean that particular day there was no school, etc.?
I'll get a full interview and listen.
Does it mean that when school resumes, on a day that school has resumed, the children will wade through the water or not?
It's a good question. I didn't listen to the full interview. The part I heard is what I've said to you. I'll listen to the full interview.
Yeah, if it was staged, and I just feel it's regrettable that he had to take us talking about it, because the video had been trending for a few days before I mentioned it here. So for them to clarify the issues.
Because when we say it's a staged, do you see his response? That throws everything off. We need the facts to understand.
Yeah, I wish I had the full interview here. We'll probably retrieve it. Go ahead.
Okay, so your interview with Sam George and the Zambian Tech and Science Minister is also being talked about a lot because of the number of things that were said and how impactful the president's visit to Zambia recently was. Obviously, the Zambian minister mentioned that Sam George's efforts in Zambia, his work in Zambia, brought him to the country with some of the fintechs that he's brought to Ghana.
So why are they sending radio presenters to Zambia to go and do Ghana-Zambia alliance? So the minister said his last daughter was married to a Ghanaian.
Yes, Ekwesi. That's what he said. Also, the fact that both countries are learning from each other. Sam George mentioned that they intend to learn from how Zambia has been dealing with energy losses with technology, which is a big thing for Ghana, and the mining sector as well. So
they call it mine tech.
Mine tech, exactly. So there's a lot that can be done between the two countries. Let's move from that to some sports news. I'm going to be brief about that. Wolves have been relegated from the Premier League after we thought it would happen a long time ago. They improved, but they finally gone. And also the Black Stars boss Carlos Queiroz, he'll be unveiled on Thursday at the Alisa Hotel at 1 p.m. So we are looking forward to that. Will the media be allowed
to ask him questions?
I'm sure, because the time and the date and venue has been announced, the media will be allowed them to ask him
what question
questions.
will you ask him?
What question would I ask him? I'll ask him, because of the no one expects the Black Stars to do as well, because of the changes recently and because of the form they are in. What would be regarded as success to him at the World Cup?
Is he looking to come out of the group stage?
Or is he looking to just perform well with the team and build hopefully for the future if he's given the job long time?
Are you curious what I would love to ask?
I don't want to know what you ask.
I thought she was making a pun there with the curious and Queiroz.
I thought that did unintended.
Yeah.
All right. So that was the sport news. So let's do tech news.
In tech news, big news coming in from Apple, and Tim Cook has resigned as the CEO of Apple, and he's being replaced by John Tennis.
Yeah, an insider.
Yes, an insider. So Cook has been in charge for 15 years now.
Yeah.
He stepped down. Tennis was the head of hardware engineering and had been at Apple for 25 years. So
done well.
Obviously,
so they're in their third leadership transition.
So Tim Cook. Obviously, Apple have done more financially. They became the first company to be valued at $1 trillion in 2018. Currently, they are valued at $4 trillion. But the criticism of him was that their goods, their phones and laptops and everything had stagnated.
They've plateaued. Yeah, the creative edge is. So it's a bit, you're right.
There's not been any significant technological improvements from a company that was regarded as one of the most innovative.
So these guys come from the hardware side. So maybe they want to revamp that side
as well.
Yeah. No, great one. Thank you. Always good to have you on the program. That was Edwin Kwakofi with a delayed tech and social media trend.
There are many reasons to connect, and it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter Angela. Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop,
hello sir, Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones, we keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Did you know that Ghana's Children's Act Section 91 clearly says,
no person shall engage a child in exploitative labor.
That means children must not be made to do work that deprives them of their education, health, or development.
Hazardous work
that is not allowed. Working in stone quarries, carrying heavy loads as kayaye, hawking on busy streets in the scorching sun, being used as domestic servants in homes, or diving into dangerous waters to untangle nets, rowing canoes for hours under the hot sun, and working all day without food or rest.
Yet, too many of our children are trafficked from towns and villages across Ghana to the shores of the Volta Lake, trapped in fishing boats, robbed of their childhood, and exposed to danger every single day.
Human trafficking means the recruitment, transportation, harboring, or trading of persons within and across national borders for purposes of exploitative labor.
I want to go to school, but now I only work.
This is child trafficking.
It is a crime.
It is against the law, and it must stop now.
Parents, guardians, community leaders, protect our children.
Report suspicious movement of children and do not give your child away to strangers promising jobs.
Together, let's end child trafficking now.
This message is brought to you by the International Justice Mission with support from the National Commission for Civic Education.
Prices will go sweet to your body. Plenty products, they and deals. Free a crack, cause it been mila. Breeby, wahoma, obia. From appliances to clothes. Beauty products, pay as you wish. Quality products, guaranteed. If it matters to you, then it matters to us. Try Jumia today. The pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today.
Your pocket to thank you. Try Junior today, oh. Your pocket to thank you. Try Junior today. Your pocket to thank you.
The World Cup is coming, and this time you're not just watching it, you're living it. Match Experience Hospitality is giving you front row access to football's biggest stage in absolute style. Think VIP stadium seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, and priority access. No stress, no hassle, just pure football luxury. This isn't just a ticket. This is the World Cup experience. With over a decade as an official FIFA sales agent, Match Experience Hospitality knows exactly how to turn a match into a lifetime memory. So upgrade your World Cup. Call 055-155-1119. Visit matchexphospitality.com or walk into any Absa Bank branch, our official banking partner today. Match Experience Hospitality. Don't just watch the game, live it. Match Experience Hospitality is doing this with Absa Bank as its official banking partner and Glyco as your official travel insurance partner.
You have dreams to achieve, a degree to chase, a visa to land, a career to build. The one thing standing between you and all of it? Your English proficiency test. Choose PTE, Pearson Test of English. Faster, results in 48 hours. Fairer, AI scored, no human bias. Simpler, book up to 24 hours in advance and choose a test center near you. Book your test now at www.pearsonpte.com. PTE, do it worry-free.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
While I'm living, thanks I'll be giving. The Most High. I'm a living while I'm living, to the Father I will pray. Only Him know how we get through every day. Only I give the price, I'm a live we have to pay. While our leaders play, all I see, people are rip and a rob, all are grime. Thief never love is a thief with long bag. No love for the people who are suffering bad. Another toll to the poor, may God help the soul. What is to stop the youth from get out of control? Pull up my education, get no own a payroll. The clothes from me back of countless I old. Could go on and on, the fool has never been told. I'm a living while I'm living, to the Father I will pray. Only Him know how we get through every day. With only I give the price, I'm a late we have to pay. While our leaders play, we say who can afford to run will run, but what about those who can't? They will have to stay. Opportunity a scarce commodity. In this time I say, when mama spend her last and send you go class, never you ever play. It's a competitive world for low budget people, spending the time while earning a nickel, with no regard to who it may tickle. My cup is full to the brim. I could go on and on, the fool has never been told. To this life he gives me down.
City 97.3.
Now, are you a CSO, or are you a CISO, CIO, or CTO, board executive, or a cybersecurity professional looking to study or stay ahead? Sapient and Vision, a proud subsidiary of Innovari Limited, invites you to the 4th edition of the CISO Summit, the ultimate gathering for cybersecurity professionals. It's on the theme Boardroom Conversations, Elevating Cybersecurity to a Business Priority. This event is tomorrow 22nd and Thursday 23rd of April at Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel, 8 a.m. Register for a cool 6,000 CDs. Group discounts are available for 3 or more registrants. Call 0540-668-414 to be part of the CISO Summit. You can also go to CISO Summit or the CISOSummit.com for more information. Republic Bank is the place to go for your dream homes. With our mortgages, you get to climb the property ladder. You can grow your SME faster with our SME and corporate banking solutions. and you can run your daily finances smoothly with retail and commercial banking products from Republic Bank. Whether you're starting out, scaling up, or stepping into what's next, Republic Verse gives you the power to do more and shine brighter. Call Republic Bank on 0800 414 414 or send us a WhatsApp on 0546 414 414. Republic Bank, we are the one for you. Speaking of innovation and telephones and mobile devices, Techno has released the all-new Camon 50 series, featuring a leading AI auto zoom camera for capturing exciting moments. The AI-powered photo gallery becomes a creative studio with AI art gallery, AI image to video, which turns photos to dynamic videos that can be set as wallpaper. For productivity, the series offers the one-tap flash memo function for scanning documents and the improved Ella AI assistant as a live companion. Visit a Techno store today and pick from the Camon 50, Camon 50 Pro, or the Camon 50 Ultra. This June, don't just watch the World Cup, live it. With over a decade of experience as an official FIFA sales agent, Match Experience Hospitality brings you premium access to football lounges, bigger stage with VIP seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, and priority entry. Upgrade now by calling 055 155 119 or visit matchxhospitality.com for more information. Match Experience Hospitality. Don't just watch the game, live it. Are you dreaming of a place to call your own, but owning a home still feels out of reach? At Locals Estates, we understand and know how it feels to work so hard and feel so unsure about tomorrow. We've beautifully designed 3-bedroom homes, townhouses, safe, secure, community-focused estates with clubhouse, gym, and 24-hour security. No stress, no guesswork, no fear. Call 0200 557 704. That's 0200 557 704 and talk to Locals Estates or go to localsestate.com for more information.
Opportunity, a scarce commodity. In this time I say, when mama spend her last, I'll send you the class.
And there's a big one coming, the continent's biggest fintech gathering. It's called the 3i Africa Summit 2026. It's happening under the theme, The Next Frontier, Shaping Africa's Integrated Fintech Future. It's happening from the 6th to the 8th of May at the Destiny Arena in Accra, and Accra will become the heart of Africa's integrated fintech future. So come connect with founders, meet the regulators, and choose the deal with global investors as we redefine how Africa transacts, invests, and grows. 3i Africa is proudly hosted by the Bank of Ghana with support from GIPS and the Global Finance and Technology Network. See you there. Here's how to register: 3iafrica.com. Be part of the transformation. And you know that moment when the alarm rings and life is already asking you questions. Campus, office, hustle, dreams, all waiting to be chased. Just get Cowbell Coffee by your side every single moment. Whether you're grinding for that exam, pushing deadlines at work, or cooking up the next big thing, Cowbell Coffee gives you that creamy taste, rich coffee aroma to kickstart your day, and you can enjoy it anytime, because success doesn't just happen overnight. It's the little moments, the early mornings, the late nights, and through it all, Cowbell Coffee Day your side. First Atlantic Bank is growing. First Atlantic Bank, they've become bigger, and it's not just about size, it's about their integrity and always keeping you, the customer, as their focus. They stay agile in a changing world, resilient in every challenge, and they make you a bold new commitment. First Atlantic Bank is now a PLC listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. That means they are stronger on accountability, deepen their credibility, and position them to serve you, families, businesses, and communities even better. So walk to the First Atlantic Bank. They are now a PLC. It's more than a new status. They are leading with eye care. First Atlantic Bank PLC, refreshingly different. And for all those who have dreams of studying abroad, taking the IELTS test, don't get duped. And if you've ever been duped, here's an opportunity to rewrite the wrong. At IDP Education, we provide free counseling and application support. We help you save finances. Your journey begins with us. Visit us. We offer expert free support for study abroad applications to the UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and Canada. We're helping thousands of students, and you could be next. Visit our office of Suakweje and in Adum Nsiasi Kumasi. 020-256-6614. Book your IELTS test today. Speak to our counselors and take the first step toward your future abroad. Let's talk about the 590 mobile with star 959 hash. People are making it big, and LLA has increased the play time of your favorite 590 mobile from Monday to Saturday. New rush starts at 8:30 p.m. closes at 1:25 the next day. Evening draw starts at 1:30 p.m. closes at exactly 7:55 p.m. Sunday Aseda remains the same, so catch all the 590 mobile evening live draws from Monday special to Sunday Aseda on GTV broadcast 8 p.m. to 8:15 sharp. 0308249477. And we could go on and on. While you're living, let Henley and Partners, the global leader in residence and citizenship planning, help you, investors and families, secure alternative residence or citizenship through leading programs worldwide. We advise on the best program for you and your family and assist with the entire application process every step of the way. There are popular options for many Ghanaians that include Caribbean citizenship programs like Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, so many more. So call us 0206-042-101. Email us ghana@henleyglobal.com. Visit our office at the Galleria at Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel for free consultation. Visit henleyglobal.com to find out more. If you're into agribusiness, retail, mining, hospitality, manufacturing, trade, and logistics, something great is coming your way. Especially when you need a partner who understands your business, and that partner is absolutely right here. Absa Business Banking, because we get it. We get tailored solutions such as working capital, asset and trade finance, merchant solutions, and digital banking support designed specially for your business success. So whatever stage your business is at, talk to an Absa Bank relationship manager today. At Absa Business Banking, we get it. That's why we are here for you. Your story matters, Absa.
It's 8:34, and today we are discussing two things. An article by Kwame Sowu, a friend of mine, who says we must monetize idiocy in Ghana. We're also discussing the plight of a friend of mine whose vehicle was involved in an accident, and the nonchalance of the police, the lack of interest in getting to the bottom of the matter, and all the various payments he had to make, only for him to be left with 36,000 cedis in car repair cost, which he doesn't know how he's going to get paid for. I hope his insurance comes through for him though. But Left Signature Limited is a company that helps you to get your data on point. From expert electrical engineering services to cutting edge renewable energy solutions like solar and microgrids, Left Signature keeps your world powered and protected. Our data center and cloud services ensure maximum uptime, seamless connectivity, and strong disaster recovery so your business never misses a beat. Download Left Power app from the Play Store or the App Store, or call 0256 111 811 or visit leftsignature.com for more information. All right, there's a number of reactions to the thing we've been discussing. So we if you just tuned in, we are saying for the umpteenth time that the lawlessness, the chaos, the filth can be monetized if systems are created to do same. We are not saying people should go and procure cameras and just keep them there, but they must be integrated into a system that works. Caleb, there are a few comments I wanted you to read for us.
I work in the insurance space, and this issue of police MTTD is frustrating. The Ghana Police Service plays a critical role in insurance claims processing, particularly after road crashes where police reports and extras are required. However, delays and the charging of high fees for these basic services often frustrate policyholders. This bottleneck indirectly affects the reputation of insurers, as clients may wrongly perceive insurance companies as unwilling to pay claims, when in reality the process is being slowed by difficulties in obtaining necessary police documentation. Over time, this experience discourages many citizens from purchasing insurance, contributing to the low penetration of insurance in Ghana. Bernard, good morning. This one says, tell Bernard to find out from the Ghana Police Service why the PIAO, I think I said that is the, is it called, PIPS? Oh. No, it's police eye, so police invisible eyes are watching you.
Yes.
There's a popular photo of a policeman's hand on his cheek like that. Yeah, so that's the police invisible eyes watching you or something. It still hasn't been implemented. All these suggestions by SOU have been clearly included in that policy, and training has been provided, yet no action has been taken. Can you imagine if the over 5,000 young people who applied for enlistment were recruited and considered for these opportunities? Our short-sighted leadership remains a problem.
Can
a
I
lot
just
more
make a
messages.
quick comment on the police?
We'll give you more time. Don't worry. Let's just read some comments.
Some of these police officers are not really concerned about human life, so some of them are just there to extort monies from drivers. And a crash like this happens and you are nonchalant, no sense of urgency, no respect for lives. It's frustrating. Francis sent that from Tema. Dear Bernard, you see why some of us have lost hope in this country and also in the police? There was a time I was going to pick my kids from school. There was a connecting road to the main Adjoining Ghana road around the Ability Junction. During that time, there was a traffic congestion and 3 pickups decided to drive against the road, against traffic to allow them pass. I decided not to give in, Bernard, when these guys realized that they were chasing me to stop my car and beat me. What? I managed to escape and use my phone to capture their car number. I went to East Legon police station to report, but the response was that there is nothing they can do because they are not sure if they are true owners of the car. In the end, it was a dead case. Imagine if they had beaten me. Bernard, the devices should be linked to DVLA system. Once scanned, a picture is sent to the server. When next you renew your roadworthy, you automatically pay. The country can be developed with our own indiscipline. No time to argue or discuss with an officer. I call Solomon send that. Good morning, Bernard.
Morning.
Let me say this without any excuse. Most often, the police exploitation of accident victims leave much to be desired. I remember I lost my aunt and we needed to get some form of report from the nearest police station with tears flowing down our eyes. Do you know what the police told us?
What did they say?
Massa, clean your face and bring the money. Auntie is dead, then so what? I asked some more. Jones, the boy sent that from there. Good morning, Bernard.
Morning.
The problem on the accident issues with police is very serious. I've experienced this with the police many times. How come you stop in traffic and another car comes to hit yours, then you go to the police station and you, the victim, is asked to pay for testing fee that you won't even get a receipt for. Then again, Ghanaians should know how the motor insurance policy works. The more you claim for accident, you make claims for accidents, the more your premium goes higher when renewing. The policy must be explained to car owners and trotro drivers for them to understand, not because it's comprehensive means they will not pay any charges. There is more to talk about on accident policies, the police insurance, etc., etc. Simon sent that from Kufuria.
More comments.
Loads of messages. Bernard, good morning.
Morning.
In Ghana, no matter how far you go to digitize things, people will find who is in charge of managing the system and bribe them to keep them out. We tend to corrupt everything everywhere. It's a DNA problem which will take years to rid out of us. I have seen people brag about beating the system all the time. Matthew sent that from Kaswa. Good morning, Bernard.
Morning.
The London congestion charge is now £18 if paid in advance, or £21 if paid by midnight of the day of usage. It works between 7 to 1800
hours. So 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and from 12 to 1800 Saturday to Sunday. Right. The London congestion charge generates over £200 million in annual net revenue for to transform London.
Transform London. That's the name of the institution.
Right. All these are public information. Speed camera fines alone gave about £45.7 million in revenue to the UK Treasury last week. Yeah,
imagine congestion fines at CBD.
Hey, to do.
Or imagine.
Okay,
this is what I would say. Imagine if the government decided that 30% of police budget will be funded by fines from electric cameras. You think the police will not take care and look at it? They'll say, "You want 100 million a year
otherwise you won't pay
for your things. We'll give you 70 million. Raise the rest through IGF."
But let's be careful there.
No, system, not exploitation. Because in London, you see, this is the thing I say.
Our police.
Kakra, we have cameras that they don't use. They have a command center.
You've been there?
I've been there. So they are not used. Like this guy whose car was hit.
Yeah.
I'm sure if they went back,
But there was a camera there, but no one went to
so
check it.
it's because it's not. They don't. There's no consequence. There's no leadership. Let's read the last one. Then
Okay. Good morning, Bernard. I think part of the problem is ignorance. Take Seco, for example. We have created an artificial Strait of Hormuz by the Vodafone office. All trotros are supposed to go into the station to drop off or pick up passengers. There is no bus stop by the road because all cars and buses are supposed to go into the station to drop off or pick up passengers. However, what do we see? The trotros stop in the middle of the road to drop people off, and the police personnel are placed there to oversee and preside over the illegality. Besides, majority of the people who get down there either walk to the station to pick another car or cross the road and climb over the barriers in the middle of the road to get to the other side. What a terrible situation. I don't think anything can explain this better than ignorance.
Ignorance and also
Philip
lack
from
of
Jolu.
enforcement.
Willful ignorance. Bernard, may I?
Yes.
So you see, I'll reiterate this point that in Ghana, nobody's rewarded for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And rather, you are
punished.
rewarded for doing the wrong thing and punished or ostracized for doing the right thing. Okay. Now, the messages that are coming about with regards to the police, they are concerning. But every one of us in this room has a story, one tale or the other, to tell about the police.
Plenty.
Okay. What the police are doing is monetizing their work
For personal
gain. And you see, once again, you go to the leadership. When we watch the political class get away with allegations of causing financial loss, etc., we are indirectly teaching everybody, including the police, that this is how you make it and you get away with it. And so the wrong thing becomes rewarded. The system rewards you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the message Caleb read. You have somebody who is a victim in a situation. Okay. And I say this without any prejudice. Let me put that there. The victim is desperate for justice.
Yeah.
That is going to be monetized.
Yeah.
Because you want your case to be made something of. You want your case to get somewhere.
Yeah. So he paid an extra for expedited service.
So we are going to exploit your desperation for justice to exploit you for personal gain. Now the wrongdoer is very willing to pay so that he can walk away.
He knows he's wrong.
He knows he's wrong, but he knows he can pay his way out of it. So you see the system that appears the police are running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we see it on the roads. We see it in personal disputes, land disputes, what have you. Any disputes that we involve the police, all your messages are telling you that there's no outcome.
Yeah.
There's no outcome. They speak to the police, they file their reports, but there is no outcome. I think, and this is what I'll call for, a collective citizen petition. I think all these people sending us these messages of zero outcomes from their complaints, accidents, what have you, we need to file a collective petition to the Inspector General of Police
about the conduct of
men and women of his men and women.
Is it with the MTTD or general policing?
Well, general policing, because this issue is not limited to the motor work that the police does, the MTTD. Okay, this cuts across. If somebody tried to burgle your home, have you experienced that before? You report to the police. What has been the outcome?
They will say you come and bring them first.
First, they will ask you to pay petrol to transport them to your place.
Yeah.
Do you get it? And so
meanwhile, you are traumatized.
And so you made a statement. You said, as citizens, we are on our own.
Oh yeah.
If law enforcement is not working and appears to be some sort of entrepreneurship going on,
people don't even want to bring them in because they'll just come and exploit you.
Yes,
so people feel better to just discuss the issue.
Because here's the case that the person who has been wronged feels like they are going to be exploited, they are going to lose money, and rather the person who has done the wrong is going to pay their way out and hit their chest and say, you remember the Trotro example Clarence sent us? The mate said, this is Ghana, nothing is going to happen if I charge you exorbitantly. And so I think that we need to make a collective citizen appeal to the Inspector General of Police. okay, to call his men to order, and we want to see evidence of
but
that.
But then we must list the specifics of the, not specifics, as in the categories. Are you able to? Because we are hearing MTTD, we are hearing, like, it's 2 minutes.
But policing work is not limited to, that's why I said policing work is not limited to MTTD.
I know. What I'm asking you is that, can you reiterate some of the infractions? So we're talking about...
We've spoken about infractions on the road.
Yeah.
Where police intervention has rather costed the parties involved.
Mm-hmm.
Now you come to policing within your community. Mm-hmm. If somebody burgled you, why are you the one paying some money to the police officer?
Mm-hmm.
So general policing, not just policing the road, but policing our society itself, it now appears that we have to pay for it other than what our taxes would have done.
Which is why I said, don't give them their whole budget.
No, Bernard, let me learn.
No, you have.
So if you want to include the budget, fine.
It's part
but
of the
we
petition.
need to petition the IGP, and we need to copy the president into this, because the fundamental is that our general safety is on the line.
That's true.
If there's no guarantee that there's a certain honesty and integrity that a police officer, your average police officer, is going to offer you. So imagine walking on the road and somebody grabs your bag. What are you going to do? Ask anybody, and their first option is definitely not going to be the police, because they are going to tell you the demands the police officer is going to make of them in order for them to find their bag. That is number one for me. I think that we need to make
a petition.
That petition as citizens, put together all our complaints and address that to the Inspector General of Police and copy the president. Okay. Number two, I want to talk about the second thing being the indiscipline. I won't even break it into the filth, because all of that, the mother of all of that is indiscipline. So the filth we see, the carnage on our roads, the congestion, everything comes back to
parking anywhere. Setting up mechanic shops anywhere.
You see, we are living anyhow. Everything is being done haphazardly. And unfortunately, we've created a culture out of it. My preceding statement will be that we need a revolution against the system we have created. A revolution that will bring down the system that we have created. We have created a monster of a system. Okay?
Elaborate.
A monster of a system that is affecting all of us. A dysfunction is the system we have created. And it is a monster that is affecting all of us. That is why we cannot make headway after we report offenses to the police. That is why you are driving along a high street and the medians are filled with bags of rubbish. That is why you have makeshift vehicles with pragya and whatever driving on your motorway, on your N1, carrying refuse or carrying overloaded with bags of sachet water, causing traffic, causing inconvenience, switching lanes because they can't even see their back, switching lanes like crazy, and everybody watches on. That is the system we have created. A system and Mr. Soul's article describes that system, that we create the complexity to extort. We are not solving problems. We've created this system and we are all finding ways to beat the system. And what does that lead to? That leads to corruption. We are engulfed in it and it appears we are okay with it.
So this revolution, is it social, mental, behavioral, political?
Now, do you like to interrogate me before I land?
I didn't know you were making a.
You let me
speech.
land.
I thought we were having a conversation.
No, we're having a conversation, but I have to make my point and conclude.
I'm helping you.
Yes, so let me conclude first.
Okay, conclude.
The questions there, you see. So now, for me, what is the way out? The way out, we will say it. And despite criticism, we will keep on saying it. It's leadership. It is leadership. Okay, Godfred has made the point. Why? And it's not just leadership, but strong leadership. Because what do we need a strong leader for? A strong leader has vision. When was the last time any of us felt that the leaders of this country or this continent or the world appear to have any vision? Other than parochial interests. Do you get my question? Do we feel that there's leadership that has a vision that is going to take this country the people as a collective to a certain destination? I don't think so. I don't feel that. I don't feel that today. I haven't felt that, in fact, in my entire existence.
Hey.
And I'm not even 40, so it's what, over 3 decades. So, and that's the question. A strong leader who has vision, a vision that is going to transform our lives. A strong leader who has integrity, who will build and superintend over institutions with integrity, not build institutions that are made up of appointments on the basis of political connections. There's no meritocracy. The appointment should be merit-based. The institution should run by rules, not favors, not connections, not cliques. Leadership that is able to build a certain cohesion. What is our national identity? There are young men in the studio. If you ask them, what is Ghana's national identity? What is our ethos? They are not going to have an answer for you, because no leader has communicated that to them. A leader that can bring on board active participation of citizens. But as it appears, citizens seem aloof, or they are joining the rot, or they've given up and thrown their hands in the air.
I have a message from...
It's all boils down to leadership.
So, Kaka, this message is for you. It's from someone who works at the NCCE. She says to tell you that she loves you, and that's all. So, that's a message for you. NCCE for back when I was in country.
We love them too.
Yes,
but
they have work to do.
Have you landed?
Go.
So you want to land?
Because your cynical question. Please,
Mr. I've landed. So you see, you said we need a revolution. I wanted to talk a bit about that, because you see, at the bottom of everything is the way we think and what we tolerate. And I feel like the chaos is normal.
Yes.
You know, one of the most difficult things to do is to try and let somebody behave different from how they think. So like you're talking to a child.
That's impossible.
And you're telling the child that, Charlie, if you practice every day, you get better. The process of practice is so difficult. So they just want to have fun and think that they will become the best. And I said, no. If you want to be the best, you have to be consistent. But it's not like today I go. So what I realized that it's about letting the person understand that this dream I have of becoming whatever, it will take this. Okay. Now my issue is that the reason all the things you're describing become bad is that our mindset has become something. Okay. So let's take the issues one by one. We're talking about police and the way they behave towards citizens when citizens have a problem. The mindset of the police is terrible. His mindset is that Charlie, se papa nyashwe aboni nyashwe. So me, Charlie, me baby for now police on nyashwe in my. The citizen too has decided that, Charlie, there's no point even doing the right thing, because when I do the right thing, like Caleb described, somebody is in a car, 3 pickups use the wrong lane. I am trying to do the right thing. I get chased. The police don't care. So citizen 2 says, Papa nyashwe aboni nyashwe. Then the Richmond or whoever sent you a message that he's in a Trotsky. The person is sending, the mate is charging more. When I contest, the mate says, this is Ghana. And then nobody in the car protests. So I feel like the main issue is that our thinking has become so anti-development. Okay. And I go back to leadership. We usually measure leaders on the basis of what they've done for us. So they are building roads. They are so every day they throw money at us. Government invests 50 billion in road sector, 16 months. Government invests 3.6 billion in power sector. I think, as you pointed out, the leader's first job is the mindset and behavior. Okay, because if the leader says, "Look, I see a Ghana where policing works. I see a Ghana where wrong is punished and right is rewarded, and I start with my own self and my ministers, and I'm going to reward good behavior." All right. Then he begins to let everybody wake up and say, Charlie, right now, do you understand me? So I feel that the challenge is that the leaders are not casting even the right vision for people to say, this is what I want to do. So people don't care. So now the people who you are trying to help, or who you ostensibly want to help, their behavior is even worse because they've seen what you are doing and they don't even care. So our big problem is now is that the mindset of Ghanaians and our behavior is now anti-development. You get it? So you cannot progress beyond the way you think. And I feel like our thinking has become so bad. Like people wait for it to rain and then they pour stuff in the gutter.
We have become saboteurs.
Last week I was driving. Somebody literally threw something out of. I said, I'm still doing this on the motorway. He ate something. I said, are you mad? He took bananas and just threw it on the road, and it was in the car. You know, so it's like the work of the leader, I think, begins with the mindset. All right, casting a vision. And I feel like Ghanaians have become so despondent, so cynical,
disillusioned.
Yeah, so it's like I don't care. Like people keep sending me messages that this country is not going to work again. And I'm thinking, so how do you live in a country that you believe is failed? You know, I like it's like
they are alive.
Okay, let's put it there, like using a marriage context. If I'm in a situation which I believe is going nowhere, then I better leave. Just
no, but Bernard, we can't all leave.
That's what I'm saying. So you cannot give up. So my point is, people should not tell themselves that it's a lost cause and therefore Ghana will not work again and therefore it doesn't matter. Because once you get there, then it's Armageddon.
But you see, the continuous hope can cause. I'm not saying we shouldn't hope. Let me just put that as a caveat. I'm not saying we shouldn't hope. I rather believe that the worse it gets, the more we should hold on to hope. But the continuous hope without it yielding any, change or result depresses people. And to avoid that depression, then they are better off throwing their hands in the air and saying, this country is done. But I think that when people feel that in itself is important. We need to feel that because it is part of the transition that we are all aspiring or hoping for. The transition will happen, but it needs to. There's an expression. Before it gets better, it will.
It gets worse.
I didn't want to say it gets worse,
but that's what it is.
But
Bernard, you get it?
Can it get any worse than this? In terms of, and you see, I'm talking about, listeners shouldn't confuse us. We are not saying that nothing works in Ghana. We are saying that there are some problems that have transcended political cycles. And those are the things that keep haunting us. The procurement economy, corruption, issues around indiscipline, lawlessness, lack of accountability, no bed syndrome. You understand? These are at the social base.
Add that the transport crisis.
You get it. So we are basically saying that we spend every 4 years doing elections to choose political leaders, but some things are not changing. Let me give a nice example. Yesterday, Public Accounts Committee, for 29 months, a senior civil servant at the Ministry of Defense received over 427 million cedis in unearned salaries. That's about 14 million cedis every month. He said, this gentleman was at the time serving as Director of Procurement at the Ministry of Defense. This issue featured prominently in a recent report by the Auditor General on the process by which government employees were paid from January 2023 to June 2025. Now, the report details a near-broken system leaking money to thousands of civil servants, most of whom had done little or no work over the period. The Auditor General reported that more than 6,000 government employees received more than 800 million cedis in unearned salaries. But this gentleman alone received more than half the amount, 427 million.
The Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, and at least this parliament has been in existence since the
93 Parliament.
Since the 93 Parliament, so the fourth Republican era. Every year, in fact, were you surprised when you heard the reports from the Public Accounts Committee? Because every year, do they not sit and tell us the rot that is happening in this country? Who gets held to account? Who is even prosecuted? Who goes through prosecution? To the end of it, where we see a conviction without it being politicized, because we will use politics as a tool to also prevent that from happening.
But this guy is even a civil servant too.
No, But Bernard, it starts from the top.
Charlie.
That is the acculturation that is happening. So we see it at the political ruling class. We are seeing it at civil service level, and so you would expect a trotro mate to hit his chest boldly and say nothing is going to happen if I increase trotro fares, because nothing happens to anybody from top to bottom, and this is the mindset. I can do anything. I can get away with it. And so you are right when you say that leadership has to tackle the mindset. And for you to tackle the mindset, the system that we have, the dysfunction that we are all in, that is squeezing us, we live in congestion, we live in filth, we live in dysfunction. That system, we must bring it down.
Let me push something else. So like this gentleman who's received 400 and something million, when I read the report, in his payroll audit, the Auditor General recommended that the controller should immediately delete the man, Mr. Kpodo's name from the payroll, along with those of 6,000 individuals. I didn't see any, so they just basically said they should discontinue the validation of the individual and recover the total amount. Okay, so recover 800 million and then salaries. But for the man who received the 400 million, I didn't see
any reference to the Attorney General for investigation.
How come? So the people on the committee are angry, but I don't even see how. I don't know whether he's going to be sent to court. Is he going to repay the money? Is it going to be like 400 million for one person? And there are about 6,000. See, 6,000 government workers who have received about half of the 800 million for work they've not done. So there's a systemized payment to people for no work done. It's become institutionalized, right? And my challenge is, so it doesn't lead to outrage. Maybe there's people who lobby to say, fine, it's also a mindset, right? So I'm saying that, like, where we are, we've gotten to a point where we are tolerating we are being robbed and we tolerate it. And so poverty persists, all right? I don't know what else we need to move. If we don't get people to start saying enough is enough, whether I don't know if it's a government official or some institution that stands up, because I think collectively we have agreed that this is how we are and this is what we will do.
You see,
and we'll all find a way to sort ourselves out. You get it?
The collective, so that's how the collective position appears. But when you nuance it, there are those who say, let's join the rot. Let's join them and also get money for no work done. Some will also say, you know what, I'm not going to raise my BP for nothing by getting angry. So you're not going to see the outrage that you expect. And some will just zone out. And then the collective picture is that the citizen appears.
Meanwhile, the guy is still at the ministry. So according to the story, the gentleman, Mr. Kpodo, is still holding office at the Ministry of Lands. So, of course, this story was put together by 4 Thesis. When they contacted him, he described the audit finding as worrying and surprising. I couldn't imagine how this could happen. He said his salaries were processed through the Accountant and Controller General's Department with slips that can be independently verified. He insisted that he was unaware of irregularities and could not explain how such payments could have occurred. He added that the validation of salaries at the Ministry of Defense is handled by the Human Resource Unit and the Chief Director. And then he also told the 4th Estate that no one had reached out to him from the audit service. I think that we should
take... So he's disputing the allegation. It's good for him to evidence that.
I think that we should spend some time in the coming days to highlight some of the findings, because I see a systemic sort of, I won't call it, like there's a system of siphoning state resources using loopholes that the government workers know, partly because of what you said, that they feel like the politicians come and go and don't do anything for them. So they, to the civil servant, they will find a way of also enriching themselves. And because it's a system, it's like everybody's in it. So it doesn't even seem wrong again. Do you understand? So like this ghost names thing, it's like they know it exists. There's nothing to be done. My worry is that for every child that dies for lack of medicine, for every no bed syndrome, or for every school under trees, these are monies that are supposed to go into the social. You see, so I think we need to start translating these acts of corruption and mismanagement into tangible things. You get it? Because people don't even see the connection. Because you'll be surprised that this guy's family members will be praying for him that Charlie, he has some crisis, so let's pray that God will help him. Do you understand? Instead of saying that Charlie, this guy's action has cost society millions, we don't even portray it that way. So we'll go and say, Charlie, he's going through. So you go to a prayer camp and spend like 3 weeks there praying that actually God will help him. Do you get my point? So it's like we have a warped sense of what is even right. That if somebody
depends on where you stand.
If somebody takes what is for the collective and usurps it for their personal gain and for the gain of his own family, society doesn't see it. We just express 2 minutes of outrage and we don't put a system in place to say, let's collect the money back, let's make an example of this guy, and let's tell people that this is not the kind of role model. Which brings me to your point about interviews about success. Okay, and I want to spend some time there. The idea that it's connected, because see, if somebody can come in my family who just emerges, he's very wealthy. We all know what school he went to. We know he started 1 or 2 jobs. Then all of a sudden, he associates 1 or 2 people, he becomes a politician, or he starts working somewhere. Then he's making a lot of money. He comes into money. It's possible he's done some good business, but it must be interrogated. He must have a tax record to prove that he's grown his asset base. But the message is that, oh, Charlie, why you pound? Charlie, he enters some money. Oh. Then young people start inviting him to speak to them without interrogating where he got the money from. Then when he finishes talking, they'll give him a plaque because he gave them a donation as a sponsor. So then they all start. Then he will come on air and come and say, Charlie, he's written a book about how he became a successful person and that he struggled and things, but the story doesn't add up. So collectively, we don't even interrogate wealth. And then he comes to a church, gives them money to buy land, and then
make him an elder. He sits
so when he has an issue with the police, then the pastors will call the minister, will say, Charlie, this guy is my church member. Do you see what we are going? So now, we are worshiping money.
Yeah.
So his money has made him a champion in his family, an elder in his church, a community leader, and a media darling. So we've created. So all of us who are the gatekeepers of society's. We are all guilty. So he comes and says, Bernard, I want to tell you my story because some other person has appeared on air, very, very wealthy, and he will do endorsements. He will come on air. Will glorify his 20 cars. Just so a young person grows up and doesn't really see why he should do hard work. We are destroying our society, and I feel like even we in the media have contributed to this idea of success and wealth and it's linked to the corruption.
It's also, even now, the concept of what hard work is in Ghana, the definition is in debate. We are contesting it here. What constitutes hard work in Ghana?
Work hard or work smart?
No, whichever way. We have a generation that will tell you that this person has worked hard, and by worked hard it means the person has been doing nighttime shift to build billions. And you know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean.
What is nighttime shift? I don't know what to explain.
Those who understand.
He's working the numbers on the computer.
Yeah, the time zones are different.
He's working a nighttime shift.
Yes, the time zones are different. But the thing is this, Bernard. We must learn to question a bit more, and I agree with you. I hold the media wholly responsible.
Partly, not
wholly.
Partly, no.
Bernard,
it's not we pay. Education day inside, family day inside, pastors day inside. No, don't take it.
No, we reject. We accept.
You see, Bernard,
you can't blame only us.
Bernard.
I would also them church.
No. In the past,
I would invite them to give guest lectures.
Hold on. Relax with me.
Don't blame me in the media.
No, we've made over the past years. Let's even take us.
I don't give them plaques.
No, I think we've made errors in some of the people we've interviewed.
Yes.
But I think in our production
I've
meetings,
tried.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I've made a few in
these
the
days.
past,
No, that's saying these days. That's what I'm saying. And I'm coming to that point that these days.
Got me some guys.
I remember.
He said
the tilapia guy.
He said some tilapia. Charlie, some fish, something.
We didn't want to hear the catch up.
Charlie, they bring the guy. The guy said, Charlie,
we didn't want to hear the catch up.
Some book.
Yeah, man.
He came with an entourage.
I think I know who.
Oh yes, we all know who.
But I repented.
Yes, but the point I'm making is
quickly.
You've now attached a certain kind of rigor. I mean, before you can get through Fred Jabano's gate to get to Bernard's gate, the kind of questions they will ask you: who is this person? Check the background properly, because we've been bitten before. But what we have now is basically we are in desperate search of success stories. And so we feel every success is actually a success. Over the weekend, somebody posted a video on TikTok about how the person had made 400,000 from selling maske.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's a Auntie AC is at my junction. She's been selling maske. She sells maske to the whole of the Liberty Lane, including 2 camps of football teams for the past decade. Only do 400,000. What did one Saturday?
From street to P.
And people are happy about it and are not questioning it.
Yeah.
You see, and the thing is because of
you are skin pain.
It's not skin pain. Me, I'm very, very clear in my mind to tell you that you can have that kind of money, but don't come and tell me you made it properly, because my mind works.
But Godfrey, there's also social media.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
Nobody
That's what I'm saying.
that.
That it's the need, and no, but the people who panel these people.
Yeah, we need to do better.
Need to do better. You see, because the telling of those stories matter.
Yeah.
We have an impressionable generation whose only interest is in, whoa, this guy Charlie, he make up. He get block. He say he do A, B, C, D. There is no regard to how the block was achieved.
Yeah.
Okay, so far as he's made the block, we are fine. And we've become very comfortable, which is where my unease comes in. We've become very comfortable with how people make their block. We don't. It's simply a matter.
Doesn't matter how you make it.
It's simply a matter of my time will come.
I sell by bite you ago.
So when my time comes to explain to you how I built my, I built my block. Don't question me.
That pie must be very nice.
Aloski.
Meat pie.
You see?
Is it the one that they put? In Ghana meat pie they put in Kosia Kakra, and then they put something.
Aloski.
Onions inside.
Aloski, you lived in London and Samuel's hustled there. How many plates do you have to wash to become a millionaire?
Quite a lot.
People have washed. Just what London plates, millionaire. You see, all I'm saying is we must question those stories. And we must not allow those stories to become representative of what real success looks like. There are a lot of very successful people who've written about it. Yeah. But now it's become, like most things in Ghana, it's become trendy to do it. We used to be very happy to see a book by a successful person. But by the time that person has written the book, that person has been around for 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
It took Ismail Yamson how many years to sit down and say,
Kofi Amabin's book.
Look at how he's in his 70s.
Before he wrote
it. Look at how long it took him to write it.
Somebody is in.
We have a 25-year-old who has written a book on how to become successful. What does a second year? What does a second-year university student know about being successful?
Because motivational speakers have also changed the equation.
Yeah, but the fact that you sound nice and look nice, doesn't mean you know what it takes to be successful.
So you are saying we the media gatekeepers are failing in policing that gate of
and
public discourse around success and values.
And
we are allowing everything.
And it's a big part of the problem we are facing. You see, because now everybody is in a hurry to make money, and it does not matter how the money is being made.
Yeah.
And then, based on that, the people who actually work hard and should be the examples are no longer the examples.
You're not even interested in talking.
So there's a complete twitch from who our role models used to be and who they should be to a different generation. Some will say, well, it's generational. So if these are the people who want to be our role models, that's fine. But no country sits down and does that.
Can I ask a question? How do we recreate or remind Ghanaians of the right values? Because what you're saying is that, you see, our values have been eroded. You understand? And the erosion of values has sort of coincided with bad governance, corruption, and all of these things. So I feel like the problem is values. Okay, so now integrity is no longer fashionable. Modesty is not an issue. Time consciousness, discipline, diligence. It's speed, fame. So like papering over the cracks. Like I'll tell you an example. I when I go and speak at a program, and I say this with all due respect to those who invite me, every program I go and speak at, they give me a citation. So I have over 50 citations. And I was asking somebody, so what have I achieved? The fact that I've come to speak to you for 30 minutes about my media work, why should you give me a citation? But it's a culture. So, and I'm not saying don't honor people. Do you understand? But it's like, no, I'm coming somewhere.
No. When you finish,
like, why do you need to give me a citation to say things that I don't even understand? Godfrey, there are many people who have those things, plenty. And I'm going to speak at a church, citation. I'm going to speak at a school, citation. I go to a university campus to speak to students, and a citation is basically telling me that I am the greatest thing since sliced bread. Just like, and it does, and we all know it's not true. But there's a certain, I think some of it is inadequacy. People have a very low sense of who they are, and they need to be validated by awards, recognition. You get it? It's become part of it, and you see,
it's a whole economy in Ghana.
Yes, but the validation economy. But it exposes a level of hollowness, because a man who is very satisfied and confident of who he is doesn't need an award to validate who he is.
Yes,
you get it. So I feel like there's a lot of, and it's maybe the way we bring people up, they are not self-confident or something. So like they need to be given some, I don't know, they need to be given some accolades.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? So that they can, even the whole obsession with titles was like, oh, call me by my right profession. Like, look, when you die, you are Godfred Akotobuafu.
Simple.
Whether you are like, I make a mistake of introducing somebody, say, hey, but I end it. Okay, so you end it, so what? Okay, so if I make a mistake to call it, does that reduce you?
Yes.
You get it? I feel like there are very deep, I don't know, personality. The Ghanaian personality has become very
hollow.
Yeah, and I think I agree with you. The media is not doing the right gatekeeping job. We should create a vanguard to say, look, you can't bring this kind of nonsense on this station. Okay. But the problem is that even those who get on air within the media themselves, a lot of them are not qualified. So how do you, who is not qualified, police a gate that you yourself are not qualified to man?
You know,
yes, if you put somebody on air because he's eloquent and he can speak English or whatever, he's not been properly trained, he will obviously follow the wind. Look, there are many times I interview somebody, then other media houses will call you, oh Charlie, give me the number, or a lot of them are waiting for somebody to do something. Meanwhile, you are a producer of a big station, you have no editorial plan, so you hear we've done something, then you also want to follow it. Meanwhile, somebody has invested millions to create such a business. You get me? And you have over 400 of them in the system. It's a very serious situation.
And just for me to wrap up, Bernard, my whole problem with this is, it means that the people who are making the difference. So this guy who went to OWAS, Azunre.
Yes, Azunre.
Look at what Paul
Azunre
did or has done and is doing, and look at, if I ask your basic Ghanaian who Paul Azunre is, they'll tell you he's some work job somewhere.
They don't know who he is.
You understand? But he is an example of what your quintessential generational talent looks like, who is making global differences. But we have our setup that looks at a certain type of person rather as the example, and if we don't improve that, if we don't change that, you see, because there are a lot of Ghanaians who are making global impacts. There are a lot of Ghanaians who are also making local impact. If you look at the Citi community Legends of the Community projects, that community legends that we are working on, forgive me, they are not rich people.
Nor are they popular.
Neither are they popular, but they matter.
Exactly.
You understand? They matter. They've never done this for credit. If not for us throwing the spotlight on them, they can probably do this for 20 or 30 years and nobody will care. So
we should do more of that.
We need to do more of that and just ignore some of the
we need to redefine who a hero
noise.
We need to redefine who a hero is. I need to make this important correction. The audit service just sent out a statement dated 21st April, which is today.
Okay. What are they saying?
To correct, I was reading a story about one Mr. Podo. So apparently there's a mistake in that reportage. Correction of record.
Okay.
To all media houses, Auditor General's report on the nationwide payroll audit for the period 1st January 2023 to 2025 June 30. The Office of the Auditor General has noted with grave concern a media publication citing Mr. Frank Oliver Podo, a public servant, as having received an unearned salary of 400 million cedis per the Auditor General's report on the nationwide payroll audit for period January 1 to 30 June 25, dated November 2025. We wish to state that the amount attributed to Mr. Kodo above was due to a transpositional error. We thank God. The 420 million relates to the Ministry of Education in respect of 3,476 unaccounted staff during the payroll audit. We offer our most sincere and unreserved apologies to Mr. Frank Oliver Kodo for the distress and unwarranted public scrutiny the error may have caused. I'm sure it has caused a lot. We further extend our apologies to the government and people of Ghana and the Controller and Accountant General for the transpositional error noted above, which is why Kakra said at the end that at least he said that he knew nothing about it. Of course, so at least the journalist gave that caveat. So the amount attributed to him was Ministry of Education an end salary for the whole ministry, not this man. So it was a complete mistake.
The man who showed up before the public account.
Fred, you see, my producer just brought me this press release, so I'm reading it again.
Yeah, I hear that.
No, I need to read it.
Yes,
because his name has been defamed.
Yes, you go on.
Correction of record. The Auditor General, or the Office of Auditor General, has noted with great concern a media publication citing Mr. Frank Bodo, a public servant, as having received an end salary of 400 million per the Auditor General's report on the nationwide payroll audit. The date is mentioned. We wish to state that the amount attributed to him above was due to a transpositional error in the report, in the audit report, not in the journalistic report, in the audit report.
Yeah, when you're done,
the amount relates to the Ministry of Education in respect of 3,476 unaccounted staff during the payroll audit. So, Godfrey, the 400 million was paid to 3,476 unaccounted staff at Ministry of Education. So we offer our sincere and unreserved apology to Mr. Oliver Kodo for the unwarranted public scrutiny this error may have caused. We further extend our apologies to the government and people of Ghana and the Controller Accountant General for the transpositional error noted above. This is very important.
The error, the apology is noted, but the Public Accounts Committee and Parliament should call the
man,
the Auditor General's office back
to also come and answer,
because you see, Parliament is a house of records. You sent documents worded in a certain way to a public-facing hearing.
Seriously,
for them to query. Now, before they come to sit down and ask those questions, they would have gone through those documents. Their researchers would have done some work before a human being is invited to sit there and talk.
Serious power.
So the apology is noted.
But it needs more needs to be done.
But Madam Abnasari and her people need to call this office again to come and answer questions, because this kind of error, transpositional error, no.
Let me end by saying that the media, let's talk about what we can control on the issue of gatekeeping of what is supposed to be public excellence, what is supposed to be exemplary behavior, what is supposed to be success.
But interview me and stop all this.
We need to do better. I'll interview you. I'll take a short break. I have 2 big interviews coming up. The 2 events are happening. First, I'll later on speak to the head of civil aviation, but I'll also be speaking to Professor Abena Barning and our own JB Alote, because there's a big event happening next week. Technology is meeting media. It's a media convergence forum. It's happening next week, 29th April, next week Wednesday. We'll be talking about that. And then we'll also talk to the head of the Ghana Civil Aviation on some very important things they are doing. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. Please stay with us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This damn patch again. Ebo, look at this wall. Every few months, the same damn patch comes back. I've painted it twice already. What is all this?
Kofi, you can't fight moisture with paint too. The problem is inside the building itself.
Yes. So what can I do? The house is already finished.
Simple. Gasem Super Strong Waterproof Cement. It's a new cement with built-in water protection technology.
Water protection?
Yes.
So it's just for repairs?
No, my friend. That's the difference. Use it to fix dampness and seepage. Or use it for new buildings. Foundation, block work, plastering. One cement that builds and protects.
Wow.
Gasm Super Strong Waterproof Cement. The one cement that builds and protects. Build it right once. Gasm, the nation builder. Yes.
Hey, El Chamano, I agree to.
I make sure. Salary them pay last week. This week, no, it finished. How?
But don't you have GCB mobile app? Just request a salary advance. You will get it in 30 seconds.
Gosh, it just dropped like it's hot.
Get up to 80% of your salary anytime with a GCB mobile app at the lowest interest rates. Switch to a GCB salary account now and payday can be any day. Download the GCB mobile app on Google Play, App Store, or Huawei App Gallery. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Are you planning to relocate from your company, office, or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
Oh yes, are you looking to explore Ghana? Not sure where to begin? Why not let Ghana Tourism Marketplace help you plan the perfect trip? With Ghana Tourism Marketplace, you can easily book hotels, discover exciting tours, rent cars, connect with expert local tour guides, and explore destinations across the country, all in one place. You can also get tickets for amazing experiences like Movie in the Park at Platinum Bay Hotel, Uncle Ebo White Theatre shows, Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park visits, Accra by Night tours, and many more unforgettable events. For more information, visit www.gtm.com.gh or email info@gtdc.gov.gh. You can also call or WhatsApp 050-123-3921 or 0202-700-720. Ghana Tourism Marketplace is brought to you by Ghana Tourism Development Company, your official gateway to discovering Ghana.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
9:30 on the City Breakfast Show, and the Africa Media Bureau is organizing a media convergence conference in partnership with the School of Information and Communication Studies, University of Ghana. So in studio to talk to us is Joseph Benadalote, who's a program officer at the Africa Media Bureau, and Professor Abena Enimwa Yebua Banning, who's a rep of the school and also a moderator of one of the key parts of the conference. Prof, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
JB, welcome to the program.
Thank you very
Tell
much.
me about AMB and why you're organizing this very important conference.
Africa Media Bureau is it's not a think tank, but it's a group that focuses on media excellence, uplifting media in Africa. As well. We do this through our conferences, through our seminars, through our fairs. We want to promote media excellence in Africa. We want to improve and promote standard best practice in Africa. So now we do these things through these summits, one of which we are the reason why we are here. And last year we did one broadcast at the crossroads.
Broadcasting at the crossroads.
Broadcasting at the crossroads, which was highly patronized. We had all the regulators in one room, media practitioners, professionals in one room, and we've laid down a roadmap for how to transition us fully from analog to digital, and a few things that we proposed. The Ministry of Communication is beginning to roll out now.
Okay, so this event is Media Convergence in Ghana, Rethinking Traditional Media in a Digital First Era. Where is this topic coming from, and what does it mean?
You know, there's always been a disconnect between academia and what's actually happening on the ground in a lot of sectors. But media particularly is beginning to suffer. This thing is beginning to become glaring. So we thought that, look, let's put all the academia people, the media people, try and work at bridging the gap. And so we decided to do this together with the School of Communication and Information Studies at Legon. They are partners.
Okay. Prof, so how did the school get to be involved in this, and why did you think this was an important conference to associate this very prestigious school with?
Well, I got an invitation to moderate one of the panels. But fortunately, the invitation was coming to the dean of the school, myself. And when you are in that position, you have a bit more flexibility in deciding where to take things. And I thought that this was the kind of conversation that the school must be plugging into in a more active role. Because after all, what do we exist to do? To produce knowledge and to share knowledge that shapes the media and communication space in the country. And so I thought that this was a very wonderful opportunity to plug into.
There are a couple of topics in the conference that I wanted you to elaborate on. So we are doing a segment on media education versus industry reality. What on earth is that about?
Well, so we want to interrogate ourselves. And when I say ourselves, I mean education, quarters and industry. To query ourselves as to what we are doing. Is it the right thing to be doing? I.e., if you come to, for instance, academia, the people we're training to come and work in Citi, Channel 1, are we positioning them so that when they come, they are ready for what you're looking for, or that when they come, you must spend resources to retrain them? And so the object of that conversation is to get industry people to tell us what we're doing that needs improvement, and to get academia to also self-introspect and wonder what needs changing so that the product we put out there into the industry is better ready to change the world.
The second leg of the main theme for the conference is rethinking traditional media. From your academic perspective, does traditional media have some thinking to do? It looks like everybody seems to think that the digital transition may take us by surprise. What kind of thinking are we supposed to do? And how do you think the discussion can help the media also start rethinking what they do?
Oh, I don't think traditional media has thinking to do. If by now it hasn't thought, then I think that we are in trouble, because the convergence thing we're talking about, the meeting between content, technology, and roles, it happened years ago. Bernard, you're sitting here and you're probably streaming live on some online channel. So it's no longer a radio station. It's a Radio Kum TV station. You have people sitting in their bedrooms and they're producing content. Convergence is here. And traditional media cannot afford to continue thinking of themselves in silos. I'm a radio station, I'm a TV station. We need to start thinking across channels, across content, across roles and people. And so if that conversation has not been happening, now better than later, we should be sitting down at it.
JB, who or what type of institutions will be taking part in this conference?
School of Communication and Information Studies, Legon, UNIMAC GIJ, UNIMAC IFT, UEW.
Institutions that train media and communication specialists.
Yes, so the communication departments of these universities.
Are you looking students or lecturers, or what are you talking about?
Postgrad lecturers,
students.
And then some undergraduate students.
I see.
And then we are getting volunteers from Radio Universe as well.
Wonderful. Who are now working directly under the school.
Under the School of Information and Communication. And then we have some industry people. GIBA is sending us quite a number of people. We have people coming from Cybersecurity Authority, NCA, Data Commission, Data Protection Commission. So we have a room full of practitioners, professionals that have to do with convergence in the room on the day.
So what do you think we'll be achieving? Are we going to produce any document, Prof? Or what will be a useful outcome of such a discourse? It's a whole day's event with all these people in one room discussing media convergence. What are the possible outcomes of such a discourse?
JB tells me that the culture that has associated these conversations by the AMB is at least to produce a communique by which to engage policy sectors and get action. And so at the very least, we look to that happening. But coming from academia, I'm looking for way more out of it. I see this platform as an opportunity to gather intelligence. We are, for instance, preparing curriculum for reaccreditation. So to take advantage of this to make changes in the curriculum that will be training for the next 5 years. I see this also as giving me a very meaningful opportunity to build better contact with industry. He started by talking about how there's always been a void between industry and academia. We want them more in our classrooms. We want them at the table when we are preparing curriculum for accreditation, so that it's a co-creation rather than done and visited upon industry. And so coming into this, I want way more than the communique, which is very, very important because it gives us a platform to engage the powers that be, as the case may be. But there are other opportunities we seek out of this as well.
A conference like this obviously requires resources. Who are some of the people supporting? You said the school is the main partner. Are there other supporters or sponsors?
We have support from MTN.
Okay.
We have support from Haptel.
Okay.
Ghana Commercial Bank, and then Margins Group. Margins Group.
Wonderful. So where is this happening? When is it happening? And can people register?
Yes, April 29th, 2026, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Yes. So
this is next Wednesday?
Yes, next Wednesday.
Tomorrow week, okay.
Yes. Yes, registration is closed.
Oh, it is closed already?
Yes, because patronage, we are oversubscribed.
Oh, it's closed.
Yes, we are oversubscribed. We have some faculty from some schools pushing to come through. Yes, so registration is closed at the moment.
So they can't even call to say hello. Please feature me online. Let me join digitally.
All circuits to the area you will dial.
Closed. Amazing. Prof, finally, do you look forward to more of these? So the school has partnered with ABM to do this. Looks like you are trying to get the academia to be more discussive, not just within the university, but also outside. Is that part of your vision for the school?
So Bernard, one of the things in my strategy for leading the school is to up our thought leadership game. And so I see this as one of the ways to achieve that vision. For as long as AMB is organizing these kinds of convenings, dealing with topical issues, because of my interest in boosting our thought leadership agenda, this is a partnership we're interested in. So not just for the event next week, but actually I'm looking at the future. I've had conversations with JB about this. It's a partnership that hopefully has only started rather than to be a one-off conversation.
Who are some of the speakers or discussants we should expect, JB, finally?
Keynote speaker is George Macy, co-founder of ABN Holdings and Africa Public Interest Media Initiative. He'll be talking on the future of media convergence in Africa.
Wonderful.
Suleiman Abrahima, Media Foundation for West Africa. Maximo Sametogo, Tawfiq Mohammed, the Department of Communication Studies, UPSA. And then we have Dr. Daniel Nkrumah, lecturer from the Department of Language and Communication Sciences, KNUST. Professor Eche Sikanku, Dean, School of Journalism and Media Studies, UNIMAC. Then Albert Kofi Owusu, General Manager, Ghana News Agency. Then we have Sendo Tamaklo, who will be talking on monetization metrics and sustainability in a converged media market. Dr. Aurelia Isi from
the school?
From School of Information and Communication Studies. She will be handling a breakout session on reimagining media curriculum for the next decade. And our rapporteur will be Dr. Sena Detutu, who is also from the Faculty of Law, University of Ghana.
Well, registration is closed, but at least you can know that the Media Convergence Forum organized by Africa Media Bureau is happening on the 29th of April at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. It's on the theme Media Convergence in Ghana, rethinking traditional media in the digital first economy, in partnership with the School of Information and Communication Studies, led by Professor Abna Enimwa Yeboa Banin. Prof, thank you for being on the program. Thank you for your energy. JB, it's always good to have you on the program. Oh my goodness. And I'll be there.
Yes, you'll be our moderator.
I'll be there.
From beginning to end.
It's called Galamsey. I'll be there.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Cleanse hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleanse for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleanse your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
Attention all Ghanaian students in basic to senior high schools. Want to win 15,000 Ghana cedis? Join the Kofi A. Terrier Good Citizenship Challenge now. Form a team of at least 5 students and embark on a community service initiative that will make a real difference. For more details, call 050-591-0960. The final submission deadline is 30th June 2026.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Easter is here and Electroland says come and shop. This is
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's a 9:45. We'll be talking to friends from the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. They are 40 years old this year, and the DJ is joining me shortly to speak about what that means for the institution, for air safety and civil aviation in Ghana. Caleb, 2 quick points.
Before then, the Business and Financial Times invites you to the 3rd edition of the Women and Business Dialogue Series 2026 under the theme from Market Leader, Empowering Women, SMEs, and Young Women in Agribusiness for Sustainable Growth. The date is Tuesday, April 28th, 2026, 9 a.m. Lancaster Hotel, Kumasi. Women and Business Dialogue Series is an initiative aimed at promoting entrepreneurship, financial inclusion, and sustainable growth among women led businesses in Ghana and beyond. This year's edition will provide the opportunity to connect, network, and learn from top business leaders. So call us 0209 457 4270 or 0244 725688. Our sponsors and partners: EcoBank Ghana, Gino Unilever Ghana, the Bank Hospital, media partners: Citi FM, Onua TV, 3FM, Asase Radio, TV3, Hello FM, Kesben FM, and TV, Lawson Radio and TV. Now, for years, you've trusted Sunny Gold Brown Sugar for its consistent quality and best packaging. Now, take control of your sugar intake in a more convenient way with your trusted Sunny Gold brand. We have introduced Sunny Gold Brown Sugar Sticks in 10 grams and 5 grams paper sachet. This is perfect for hotels, restaurants, schools, homes, offices, or on the go, and even large gatherings like parties, funerals, and conferences. Sunny Gold Brown Sugar also comes in cubes, bottles, and sachet for all your cooking and bulk needs. Sunny Gold, a tradition of consistent quality, available at shops near you.
So let me welcome the DG of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, Reverend Stephen Wilfred Arthur, to the studio. Good morning, Reverend. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
And congratulations on 40 years of the civil aviation.
Thank you.
So it means that it's 1986, right?
Exactly. So May 1986.
So before that, what were we doing? Who was running our airspace?
Before then, we were still running the airspace as Ghanaians. But the fundamental change from May 1986 is that we became an autonomous entity. So largely that marks a new self.
I see. So that was the beginning of your autonomy as an institution. How has Ghana's aviation sector evolved since the GCAA was established?
Since the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority was established or became an autonomous entity, we have shocked a lot of feats from infrastructural development, capacity building, our systems, the operational efficiency, legal framework. And let me also mention that until 2007, the current Ghana Airport Company Limited was part of Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. So in other words, the then Ghana Civil Aviation Authority was into airport management, ownership, as well as the provision of the typical regulatory service that we are into now, as well as also the provision of safe and secure air navigation services.
So both the airspace and then the physical airport was under you until 2007?
Yes, so it was like a threefold responsibility.
Good.
Running and managing the airports, I mean, not just the current Accra International Airport, but all the regional airports, and also providing the air navigation services. In simple terms, the kind of service that is provided to the pilots or the airlines when they are
so like air traffic controlling and
air traffic controlling or air traffic management, if you want to create a broader sense of the word, as well as our traditional responsibility of regulating the aviation industry in Ghana.
So if somebody is starting an airline or they want to offer transport services by air, there are certain standards they must meet, which you insist on. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. So it all starts with us. I mean, in terms of even when the airline is not a Ghanaian registered airline, but if, let's say, any other foreign airline, be it KLM, be it British Airways, be it United Nigeria or Value, they must also go through us and be permitted or approved before they start their operations.
Wonderful.
There are inspections and other necessary checks and balances that are done before to ensure that things are good to go.
So if I come to General Civil Aviation, who are the staff? What are their professions? What kind of people work at the civil aviation?
We have about 10 departments. We have engineers, we have air traffic controllers, we have the aviation safety inspectors, we have staff that belong to the economic regulation and business development department. We also have a training academy.
Correct.
and the normal finance, HR,
the regular things.
Yeah, the regular things.
I see. What measures do you put in place to ensure aviation safety, especially in today's global context? We are told Accra is one of the safest, or Ghana really has one of the safest air, systems within the sub-region or even in Africa. So what kind of systems do you put in place to ensure aviation safety and security in Ghana?
First of all, as a member state, having signed to the Chicago Convention, we are part of the mother organization that we call the International Civil Aviation Organization, which has its headquarters in Montreal, Canada.
That's ICAO.
ICAO,
okay.
Or ICAO, whichever goes well into one's ears. And ICAO has standards and recommended practices. And so as a state, we are supposed to be compliant with these standards and also domesticate them. In other words, we must have the enabling laws or acts, and then also cascade the law into what we call directives, or hitherto they used to be called regulations. And so these form the legal framework that govern what we do, how we do, and all of that.
You mentioned training and that kind of thing. Who do you train? Yeah, is that a training institution? And what kind of training do you offer?
Yeah, training is very pivotal in our industry. In the area of capacity building, we train air traffic controllers.
Okay.
But not all the segment of the training is held here currently.
Okay.
We have the ab initio. We also do train engineers and also the officers who go out there and conduct inspections on the aircraft, the crew, and other aviation allied service providers, like the security profiling companies. And suffice it also to mention that even the Ghana Airports Company is also regulated. In other words, the Accra International Airport has to go through certification. Every airport that is supposed to be categorized as an international airport has to be certified as such. And these are in line with standards and recommended practices.
How busy is Ghana's airport compared to our neighbors, and how has the traffic into Ghana increased over the past few years?
We are seeing improvement, but of course, we must also mention that there are few moments when the steady progress is disrupted, just like we had in recent times when these issues were going on in the Middle East area. But we can see consistent growth in the number of airlines that are applying to conduct. We can also see it in terms of the crossings, or what we call traffic en route wise. Not all the aircraft touch down. There are those that are crossing our airspace. There are also those that are coming to Accra. And you can realize that in recent times we had a couple of Nigerian airlines, Air Tanzania, ValueJet, United Nigeria, joining the list of airlines that do. We can also find the improvement in the passenger numbers over the years.
Okay.
That year on, it's been registering very steady progress and growth.
Okay. So looking back over the past 40 years, what would you say has been the most significant achievement of the authority?
It's about the people, investing in the people, investing in the systems by way of the infrastructure, both systems by way of equipment and also the physical edifices that we have in place at the moment. Not to also mention the regulatory framework and the legal framework. For instance, we used to operate under PNDC Law 151, and now we have the Ghana Civil Aviation Act of 2024, Act 1120,
okay,
and which is in compliance with a lot of the requirements of ICAO standards and recommended practices, especially the annexes that we are required to domesticate into our local laws directives as well.
Can you talk about the celebrations of the 40th anniversary? What are some of the projects or initiatives planned as part of this celebration?
Good. As part of the activities, we had the lunch earlier on last month.
Okay.
And as we are on, currently we have the media engagement. We also have interdepartmental activities like quiz. And we will not also abandon our corporate social responsibility call. And we are also earmarking as part of the celebration to have an exhibition, an open day, so that the general public, especially students and the young ones, will know exactly what it is that we are into. What are the tools that are deployed? For instance, the drones. So it's not just even about Ghana Supervision Authority exhibiting, but we are also calling on other stakeholders in the industry to also exhibit and showcase what it is that we do.
Final message to Ghanaians as you celebrate your 40th. Reverend Stephen Wilberforce Arthur, any final comments?
Our promise, as we have always adhered to, is that we are promising that traveling through our airspace will be very safe and secure.
Wonderful.
And we are also very much upbeat about supporting the government's call to make Ghana a preferred aviation hub or destination.
Correct. Congratulations on your 40th anniversary. Reverend Stephen Wilfred Arthur is the DG of the GCAA, founded 16th May 1986, or they became autonomous, and they are celebrating their 40th anniversary with a media tour and other things they've been doing. Thank you for being on the program. All right, before the news at 10, Caleb has a couple quick announcements.
If you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover a range or variety of flavors. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Tangy, and Piva Cocktail. Grape and Tangy as well, as mentioned earlier. 0550-032-231 is the number to call. Piva Beverages, a taste you will love.
Yes.
And Omni Basic Bank is saying that your security is their priority. They do not request for your PIN, password, card details, OTP, or any confidential information, either via phone, SMS, email, or social media. If you're in doubt, call 030-78-6000. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Social Security and National Insurance Trust wishes to remind all SNIT pensioners that they are all to undergo annual pension certification in their birth month, effective April 2026. Pensioners who were born in the months of January, February, and March but have not renewed their pensioner certificate will be taken off the pension roll. To make the renewal process simple and convenient, please use any of our dedicated channels: SNIT mobile app, SNIT branch, and SNIT co-location bank. Call 0302-611-622 if you are in doubt for further enquiries.
And finally,
GCB Bank is running their promo. Just deposit 300 Ghana cedis every month, 300 cedis or more in your savings or current account, and small, if you win big, you can be the next to Yankee, Canada, and Mexico. From December 2025 to April this year, save, win, and go with a part-to-part promo by GCB Bank. Global football, here we come.
And let me again apologize to Mr. Frank Oliver Kodo. You know, his name was mentioned in an audit report. The Auditor General's Department has come to say that the amount of 400 million attributed to him as being salary earned was a transpositional error, and that it was actually money paid to 3,476 staff of the ministry. So we apologize to him for the harm done his reputation in that discussion, and I feel that the Public Accounts Committee probably also needs to do an apology to him for this. It's time for City News at 10, and we have in studio Shibara Babin. Shiba, thanks for joining us. What's in the news?
Coming up in the bulletin, Auditor General apologizes to Frank Oliver Kodo, a public servant accused of receiving over 400 million cedis in unearned salaries, and Get Fund releases over 100 million cedis to settle outstanding payments for perishable supplies to senior high schools. Let's settle for the details of these stories now. The Auditor General has described as an error a nationwide payroll audit report that wrongly linked a public servant Frank Oliver Kodo to 427 million cedis in unearned salaries. In a statement, the audit service says the amount was due to a transpositional error and actually relates to Ministry of Education involving 3,476 unaccounted staff. The service apologized to Frank Olivakodo for the distress and public scrutiny caused. It also extended an apology to the government and the Controller and Accountant General's Department. Away from that, the Member of Parliament for Minshia North and a member of the Public Accounts Committee, Akwesi Kunedu, has criticized explanations by some MMDCEs in relation to the 2024 Auditor General's report. Speaking to journalists after the committee's sitting in Kumasi, he described the excuses as untenable and unconvincing, stressing that action must be taken against the affected executives.
Some of the excuses that are being given that we are not there, and I mean those ones doesn't fly. You go in, you have assets and liabilities, and I believe that some of the excuses can't fly. There are projects that are about 92%, 98% complete, and you are telling me because the person who started is not in office, and therefore we are not going to complete them. You leave them for a year, they would deteriorate, they would build into them cracks and all of those ones, and now you come back and tell us that there are defects to those projects. I don't believe that is the way we must utilize public funds. People must take cognizance of the fact that projects are started with needs assessment, and these are done for the benefit of the people in the constituencies and the municipalities. So when you can take proper cognizance of projects that have been given to you and make sure that some of these things are completed for them.
Akwesi Kunedu is a member of Parliament for Minshia North and a member of the Public Accounts Committee. To some other stories, the Ghana Education Trust Fund has released over 190 million cedis to settle outstanding payments for perishable supplies. This follows concerns raised by the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, CHAS, about a potential food shortage due to mounting debt. In a statement cited by Citi News, Get Fund explained that the disbursement covers arrears owed to suppliers under both the Free Senior High School program and TVET. And that's how we end Citi News at 10. For more news, kindly log on to citynewsroom.com. I am Sheba Arba Benin. Many thanks for listening.
Citi News, we speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302-224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.
This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, APSA is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work, it's having the right